Yo, what's up? What's up? I guess we're live on YouTube and Twitch. And make sure, are we live? Takes me a second. Happy Handsome Tuesday. Yep, we live. Oh, shoot. You can do memberships now. All right, we set up, bro. Oh, I didn't know it was that expensive. My bad, everybody. It's expensive. It's expensive. It's expensive. It's expensive. My bad. I don't remember setting that. Let me go to Twitch. Make sure we're on Twitch. What's up, everybody? Happy Handsome Tuesday. We are back. I'm trying to figure out everything. You know, takes me a second to warm up. Let's see. Hopefully we're all good. Yes, sir. Let's see. Yes. All right. Yep. All right, we good. We got a couple stuff. We got a Karate Kid. We got Josiah. What's up? Josiah, I hope you're on your best behavior. Also, I gotta talk to you, man. You can't spam. Don't spam the comments of the video too. I gotta talk to you about that. But hopefully we start today off with the right foot forward. Hopefully. Hope you're doing well. Yesterday was a little wild yesterday. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Ecological, I don't know if that's good or bad. Is that good or bad? Ecological. Is that good or bad? Must master first thing in the morning, much faster. Much master with the hammer. Oh, Josiah. What's up, Mushmaster? Thank you. Mushmaster just checking to make sure he still got his wrench with him. He still got it. Okay, thank you, sir. He got the wrench and the hammer. Mushmaster in construction. You know he a real judoka now. He in construction. Got the wrench and the hammer. Josiah, we got our eyes on you, man. Josiah famous. People in real life asking me about Josiah, so I'm hoping we could just focus on whatever we need to focus on. Oh man. Yeah, hope you guys doing well. Like I said, we got a Karate Kid. We got Jonathan Yang. Is that his name? Mushmaster. We're gonna look at him a little bit, see what's going on over there in judo. We got some other stuff. Who's number one? When is that happening? October 24th. Is that this? No, it's like next week or something. Oh, two weeks. 2 weeks from now. So we got a couple stuff going on. Well, hopefully we more chilled than yesterday, man. Yesterday was a little too crunk. Everybody was in trouble yesterday. I took Jason Whitfield out. Jason Whitfield got taken out. But yeah. Hopefully we got a good show, man. And yesterday was all, it was a lot yesterday. Let's just move past it, Life too short to focus on that stuff. So we'll get right into it, man. Whatever stories we got. You guys know Mayrab, he won the UFC fight. Let's see if we can pull that up. He was working out right after the night after.
You're running? Champ, why are you running? You just won the belt 2 days ago.
This one got to me here where I am now.
Dude, you're running? Champ, why are you running? You just won the belt 2 days ago.
This one
guys, leave Josiah alone today. Leave him alone. He trying to be good, hopefully. And, Mushmaster there with that wrench when he need to use it. Mayrab, he just used to, he does remind me of Goggins. But it's okay to take a rest day after a major event. Okay. Yeah, it's okay to take a rest day. You can take a day or two off after your championship. It won't hurt you.
Strength conditioning.
Lackland's around. For some reason, jiu-jitsu people don't want to do strength and conditioning. I can't understand that because, wrestlers and judoka, they always be in the gym. But jiu-jitsu people, we sometimes, we want to take it easy.
BJJ, is it a necessity or is it purely optional?
Well, certainly not essential because we've had people like the greatest of all time, Marcelo Garcia, has basically didn't do strength and conditioning. So I think that's proof that you don't have to do it. I would say the majority of high-level athletes do, so it's probably a good idea. Personally, I very rarely did it, or when I was a bit younger I did a bit more, but I sort of stopped doing it. Partly because I don't enjoy it. And the other part is just, it takes away, the more you do of that, the more it takes away from your jiu-jitsu training. And my philosophy is always, I never lost a match that didn't have a technical answer. Like I lost to Cade at the last ADCC. I don't know if being stronger was the answer. It was just keeping my elbow a bit closer to my knee or making sure it didn't separate from my knee. I wouldn't have got armbarred. Or every loss I've had, there's a pretty simple technical answer. So I've always chased that. But that said, being stronger means you can make a move work when it shouldn't even. So that obviously has advantages in your implementation in competition.
Strength conditioning for BJJ, is it a necessity?
I don't know if I agree with that. Some positions you need, I'm not saying you need strength, but you need to be able to engage your body to get into. And if you don't have that level of strength, you can't even do the move, I think John Thomas always said if you didn't have strength, like certain moves you just couldn't do. You couldn't hold your body in certain positions if you didn't have strength. So I do think you need to have some strength training, guys. Or whatever, calisthenics, whatever. Jiu-jitsu training is good. It just training helps, but you also need to add on to that, And also a lot of strength training, strength and conditioning is to condition yourself, How are you going to condition your body to, take submissions, to take, different crazy positions if you don't have a base level of strength? What's up, LL Snap? LL Snap, well, he don't like lifting weights, but he does conditioning. How about your cardio? How are you going to improve your cardio if all you do is roll? Which is possible, but at a certain point you can't roll. You can't roll more than 4 hours a day or something. You just can't. But you can do some cardio. You can do 2 hours on the stair climber. Yeah, that's doable. That's not going to tear you down too much. Now, if you roll with the wrong person for 2 hours, you might not be able to walk. So I do think you should add some strength and conditioning. He says I train 1-on-1. That's how I stay healthy in my 40s. He's not even talking about 40-year-old. 40, yeah, he ain't talking about 40s. He talking about. Edwin says, yeah, lift weights and do some calisthenics. Mix it up. LL Snap says, I have to get your heart rate up. You have to get your heart rate up to 170. Yeah, LL Snap can get that heart. Yeah. Sometimes you're not going to get your heart rate up to 170 rolling in jiu-jitsu class. What's up? Yeah, I mean every other sport is doing strength and conditioning except for jiu-jitsu. So, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna go where the science is and the experience is, not where the bro science is. Someone says it's a necessity for 90% of athletes. A few people can get by having a genetic advantage or athletic background without doing strength and conditioning. But for most people, it's important, especially to keep off injuries and get stronger with time. And some people, think about the girls. They need to, Mushmaster said strength and conditioning. Think about the girls. They need to do some weightlifting for their bones. And there's no workaround for that. Marcelo has since lamented that he didn't lift and actually says he wished he did have his body in better shape. I don't know if he said that, but I could believe that. LL Snap says it's proven in order to increase your cardio, you have to swim You have to do a bunch of resistance exercise stairs, strengthens the mind and the body. Much says, I started doing Rahadi's program and it's made a difference, especially if you're going to do some judo or wrestling, bro. If you ain't doing some conditioning, yeah, you can't survive in those sports without some conditioning. You won't make it past the first period in wrestling and judo. I don't think judo has periods, but you're not going to make it. You won't even be able to get through the grip exchange. What's in this program, Mushmaster? Well, I probably gotta buy the course to get the to get the program. I bought one of Rahadi's courses. I can't remember what it was. It says also I go on walks with my weighted vest. BJJ athletes need to improve their general physical preparedness. Jiu-jitsu people like to be very cerebral. I kind of blame the Gracies because they always, you're using too much strength. They're the ones that got in our head about that. They were right a little bit. He says, yeah, you Americans are too fragile in jiu-jitsu, but think about wrestling. American wrestling is the opposite. American wrestlers be running themselves ragged. The Iowa style of wrestling. Says you need to do sparring drills. You don't have to do anything else. You do 100 Spartan drills a day. You're good. Order Spartan drills. Mushmaster says, I cannot divulge. Don't divulge the program. Just know I'm way stronger and I'm heavier. 230. Uh-oh. All right, Mushmaster, you ready for LOL Snap? You ready for LOL Snap? My man got the system. Does he do your diet too, or is that just from you doing your own diet? LOL Snap says, I'm heavier than you. You pushing 300. All right, you guys doing it. 300. I'll stay in my weight class. Talking about judo, you guys know Cyborg was in that new movie, The Smashing Machine. Let me move my head out the way. He was Fabio Gurgel. Why didn't they give him a hairpiece though? They gave The Rock a hairpiece. Why couldn't they give Cyborg a hairpiece? He says, today I had the privilege of visiting the legendary Kodokan in Japan. Anybody can go there. I think it's like $10 or something to go in there. As a lifelong fan of judo and someone who deeply respects the roots of martial arts, okay, I feel truly grateful to have stepped into such a sacred temple of our sport. Simply honored. Got a couple pictures. I need to go to Kodokan. Is winter over there? I guess it's fall. Mushmaster says, I want to be the brolic old dude in the JoJo throwing in pressure, passing fighters half my age. Yeah, I mean, if you can outwork these young kids nowadays. Yeah, you can outwork these new kids. They got a nice little museum over there. All right, I need to check that out. Got an old school gi. All right, that's pretty cool. Got the Kodokan. Okay. Couple of the bros, Maeda, or Jiro Kano, sorry. He says, you start off with one push-up, one sit-up, one Roman twist on both sides, and one Tito jump, one jumping jack, and back down the push-up position. And every time you do, you add one to it. How long do you do that for? 100 times? Like I said, Cyborg was in. Let's go back down here. Where's Cyborg at? Yo, my homeboy was looking. We're not gonna look at that picture. My homeboy was looking like Kynan. My homeboy looked like Kynan yesterday. Had a freshly shaved head. Where's that smashing machine thing at? I'm looking for it. There you go. Yeah, he was in a smashing machine. Do you think the new generation, our dogs, are tough? Nah, they getting softer, man. They getting softer. Look how they be dancing. They soft. They soft and sorry. They be doing them. Look at how they be doing them TikTok dances. They soft. They be listening to Taylor Swift. It depends on where they come from. If they from the hood or the favela, they might be tough. But if they not from those places, man, I don't know. Why didn't they give Cyborg a hairpiece? Didn't Fabio have hair when he fought Mark Kerr? Oh, that's all prosthetics too? That's crazy. Every they had the cauliflower ear prosthetic for The Rock, but man, that hairpiece, whoever did that hairpiece, I think they messed up. But you know, that's me. They should have gave him a hairpiece too. See? Well, I guess Fabio was going bald by then. Hair was looking a little sparse back then. Talking about strength and conditioning, you know, we've seen a couple of the strength and conditioning from what was that? Did we see this?
Oh, sitting here, special. What was it about? Like eat the beta. A beautiful man to use and it destroyed. No. Second thing, he need a bit. I ran. I had to run over there, yo. But anyway, you know what I hit tonight? I hit the jackpot. I don't know if you're gonna make cover now.
Specimen. That man was super jacked. I didn't mean to talk about this. Bo Bassett and Melvin Miller committing to Virginia. These kids have been committing everywhere. Ella Snap says, yeah, but every time new one said, let's say you're number 2, you do 2 push-ups, 2 sit-ups, everything. If you're number 3, you do 3. You work your way up. I usually do. A normal human being can only do about 20, and you do 100. Well, you are the Cuban experiment, though. you and Romero, the only people that can get to 100. So these kids are, I don't know. They were going to Iowa. They were going to Nebraska now. I guess Virginia Tech, but we'll see. I don't know. Somebody said, remember when Bassett committed to Iowa? Pepper Ridge Farm remembers. So if you guys don't remember, it was speculated that they were going to get, or Bo Bassett was going to get $5 million to go to Iowa, but I guess that fell through. Someone says, happy is not the usual suspects of PSU, Penetration State University, Iowa, and Okie State. Happy they are giving a new program a chance to be great. So everybody's kind of confused. You know, people thought they were going to Nebraska. And we don't know where they're going to go. That's kind of cool. It says, want to get sponsored in jiu-jitsu? Then you better make your own content. You better make sure your content game is on point. I don't know if I agree with that. But let's watch.
Content when you are looking to sponsor an athlete? Do athletes need to be content producers as much as they focusing on the jiu-jitsu and just going out there and competing?
I mean, it's almost like the number one thing, especially if there's a paid component, because you're essentially paying for advertising. It really doesn't matter if you're incredible at jiu-jitsu and nobody knows about it, because that doesn't help you and it doesn't help us either. Being good at content creation is one of the number one things.
How important is content when you are looking to sponsor an athlete? Do athletes need to be content producers as much as they focusing on the jiu-jitsu and just going out there and competing?
I mean, it's almost like the number one thing, especially if there's a paid component, because you're essentially paying for advertising. It really doesn't matter if you're incredible at jiu-jitsu and nobody knows about it, because that doesn't help you and it doesn't help us either. Being good at content creation is one of the number one things.
How important is content when you are looking to sponsor?
All right, so yeah, if you're trying to get sponsored content, it does help get your name out there and people seeing you. That's why bums get attention, yeah, because they're not good. That's why. We know a couple people like that. They're not really good, but they put out content, and you know it resonates with some people. So, you know, we live in an age where you don't need to be good at your sport anymore. You just need to post about it constantly. So that's a lot of people nowadays, and then when they go compete, they lose that first round, or they just sorry out there. That is a downside, but, think about the company's perspective. Do they care if they have the best? I mean, they might care a little bit if they have the best competitors, but it's almost more important to have the loudest influencers, the most flashy influencers, because they just want the attention. They want people to buy their merchandise, and whoever can do that is the best person for the job, right? Now, it could be an influencer, could be a world champion, it could be a white belt, could be a blue belt girl, could be yeah, it could be whoever. Man, that's how it is nowadays. Florida boy over here roasting Howell Teague. He says, you guys should sponsor Howell then. He's really good at content creating. ... the Red Belt documentary. That's the guy behind Scramble. I think he's the owner of Scramble. Yeah, I mean, look at Jao Miao and Mikey. I mean, I'm not saying you got to put out good content. You don't even have to put out good content. Now, the downside is you always thinking about making content. LL Snap says, Josiah, come to Houston and you will leave a man. Yo, can we pitch in to send Josiah down there? Josiah, you want to go down to Houston? Josiah going to be on the stair climber too, burning 12,000 calories.
25 Pan No Gi, first major tournament as a black belt.
That's right.
Tell me how that felt.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to see how far I've come. I feel like I'm so not used to doing this, like fight one day and then finals on the other day. It's like it's very different, you know. Some people might think of it as like, oh, you get to recover and everything, but like you have to sleep with those thoughts. You have to sleep with like thinking about what's going to happen tomorrow. So honestly, it's a big role being a black belt. That's what I can say.
So you went up to the middleweight division.
That's
you
right.
had 3 fights, 3 submissions. How did it feel to compete as a middleweight? And then can you talk us through how the matches went too?
Yeah, I think I was like the lightest probably for middleweight. I didn't have to cut at all. I just maintained what I was at. And I think it was almost like fighting the lightweights, I guess, but a lot more aggressive. The higher you go in the weight division, the more physical it gets rather than technical, right? But I feel like since I've been competing open class since I was a blue belt, I'm so used to fighting bigger, smaller girls. So nothing out of the ordinary, just glad and kind of surprised on how well I did today.
So you said it's a little bit different doing the matches on Saturday and then also the match on Sunday.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do between now and your final tomorrow to help recover and prepare?
Yeah, I'm not someone who worries about what's going on in the future. You know, I just think of the present moment. There's no reason for me to be stressing myself out on what's going to happen tomorrow. Of course, there's that adrenaline and that like anxiousness of, oh my God, tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's my chance to have this title. But like I said, I feel like I've been fighting black belts in tournaments where I have to fight both days for a long time now. So I think that my preparation from my color belts to the black belt has been perfect for what I need to achieve.
We're here with Sarah Galval at the 2025 Pan No Gi.
She's doing good, man. LL Snap says, pay this girl. Her family's rich. They okay. She still needs to get paid. Again, IBJF keeps doing like the crown, but they could easily just switch and pay you for no-gi worlds, no-gi pans, euros, and regular pans instead of the crown. Take all that money they're gonna waste at the crown and just put it to the other events. But that makes too much sense. JT was over there too.
We're here with JT Torres in the 2025 Pan No Gi. We're back in New York for the first time since 2019.
Yep.
Your school's about 45 minutes from here.
Yep.
What's it been like having the tournament back in your hometown?
Well, it's awesome, right? It's our backyard. It's awesome having a major here in New York. All my students were super excited. We have like a group of 50 or 60 students out here this weekend, myself included. I jumped back out there this weekend as well. Yeah, it feels awesome to have you guys back out here.
So you competed, like you said, in Master 2.
Yes.
Tell me about how your matches went.
Yeah, so I fought Master 2 Middle Heavy this past weekend.
Heavy.
And I had 2 matches, 2 submissions. I felt really good. It's my first tournament back in about a year since having knee surgery, since having a baby and all that. and it felt good to get back out there and feel good out there. So I'm looking to keep the momentum rolling, and we'll see what's next.
Now, what do you think you'll do next, competition-wise?
Well, Nogi Worlds is right around the corner. I just did Nogi Pants, did pretty well, so maybe that.
I want to hear a little bit more about your school, too, because like you were telling us, you're about 45 minutes from here. How's everything going with Essential?
Essential is going really well. It's about 45 minutes, like you said. It's in Westchester County, and it's an amazing academy. We have programs for everybody, you know, for kids, for adults, for hobbyists, and for competitors. And the best thing about it is that even if you're not a full-time competitor or have the intentions of being a competitor, I think the environment that we have kind of gets you curious about competing, and that's why we have such a big group out here. And that's what it's all about for me, is having people or helping people step out of their comfort zone and achieve something that they never thought they could or maybe never thought they would. And to me, that's the best part of running the academy and seeing my students going out there and do well, and I can do that alongside of them. It's even better. So it's amazing. It's going really well, and I'm super grateful.
You were telling us that you got your black belt back in 2009.
Yes.
So jiu-jitsu has changed quite a bit since you first got your black belt. Can you talk about some of the changes that you've seen in the community and just in the sport?
Well, first and foremost, the community has grown, right? There's so many more people doing jiu-jitsu, and it's so much more well-known. And it's just more professional now. There's so many more opportunities for the athletes. You see the tournaments. I mean, look at this tournament out here. Like, this is awesome. You know, there was nothing close to this when I was competing, when I was a young up-and-comer competitor, right? And to see how far the sport's come.
They had Nogi Pants back then. What's JT talking about? They had Nogi Pants. They had Nogi Pants in 2009, right? Yeah. 2008 or 2009, something. They had Nogi Pants. What is he talking about?
Amazing, and it's really cool to still be a part of it and help contribute with the young competitors who are out here competing.
It's always great to see you, JT. Congrats on the performance. Congrats on the academy.
Thank you.
We hope to see you again soon.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
What is JT talking about? They had Nogi Pants. Even Josiah knows. I don't know how Josiah knows that, but he can confirm. It says Mexico's first ever Olympic medal in judo. When was that? Oh, it's from Paris. That's old. Yo, Mushmaster can go out there and armbar some people. Okay. There's something else I was thinking about. We talked about strength and conditioning. You know, the girls are out here doing their strength and conditioning too. Look at that. How much is that? 32 pounds? I can't see. That's definitely not 32 pounds. 15 pounds? I can't see. Anyway, look at her doing her strength and conditioning. All right, there we go. Educational, everybody. Educational. What's up, A-Rod? How you doing, girl? To the bang? What are that? Are there stickers? What is that? What the heck is that? I definitely can't. Yeah, Mushmaster can go out there and armbar and choke some people. The name of her gym is Organic House? That sounds like a coffee. That sounds like a coffee place. I don't know about that name, but, well, you have to be a girl to go there, so we can't go there anyway. A-Rod says she don't want you creeping over there, people. All right, she got a little dog, too. Okay, if you get with A-Rod, you got to take care of this little dog. It's a little fur ball. He's cute. Hey, how you doing? Is that hello? You want me to walk you? He want a treat. All right, A-Rod, she got... Well, we'll see how it... We'll see how it does with just all female classes. We'll see. Organic House. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Oh, she got more dogs. Oh, man. She got pets over here. All these jiu-jitsu girls got pets. Why they got... She got 3 to 4 different pets over there. Nah, that's too many. That's too many animals, man. I'm good. That's too many animals. Too many animals. Mushmaster might have to go over there and take care of them dogs. How are you supposed to walk 3 different animals though at the same time? you got to put the leash on the belt or something. How you supposed to walk all them animals, Mushmaster? I don't know, man. Mushmaster. You got dog hair all on your clothes. Oh man, the dog. You allergic? All right, Mushmaster say they won't work out. I might be allergic. Well, I'm not allergic, but that's too many animals, man. That's too many. Maybe LOL snap. Man. All right, let me get out of there. Talking about the ladies, we got Miss Sarah Hildebrandt. She got King Athlete Hall of Fame. All right, she says, "Oh, so happy and grateful to be inducted into my college Hall of Fame this weekend. Thank you to everyone at King College? Where is that at? Who played such a big role in my wrestling and life." All right, Sarah. We see you too. All right, Sarah. I mean, you basically, if you got an Olympic champion, you got to put them in your Hall of Fame at your school. I mean, that's the easy choice right there. All right, Sarah, we see you. I don't know how I feel about this, man. What's going on in this world? Mushmaster, you can fight. You can't fight. You can't do judo and fight boxing. But you know, if you want to make some money, maybe for LOL Snap, you can fight some influencers. Now, I don't know if any influencers will try to fight LOL Snap. We got Boosie versus Charleston White. I don't know if you guys saw Charleston White fighting before. He can't fight though. I'm not sure Boosie can fight. None of these guys can fight. It says contract signed for November 25th of November. This is going to be bigger than Tank and Jake. All that back and forth. Finally over 22 million. Sweet deal. 22 million. They're making more than all the UFC fighters this year. All the UFC fighters this year ain't making 20 million. They're not getting 20 million. That's it. That's all the UFC fights. Josiah said he'll fight them. All right. I don't know if you guys seen Boosie fighting. 22 million, yeah. 22 million to fight, yeah. That ain't. 22 million to fight, yeah. Go ahead, man. Charleston White getting to come up too. Charleston White was right. When you act ignorant, you get a lot of stuff. I don't know. It says on Netflix. Madman Media is possible. How can we search that? Let's see. Boxing fight. Let's see if that's real. I might watch that just for the. Oh, not this year. I don't know if that's real then. Last year he called out someone. I don't know if that's real though. Might be just AI. I might have got tricked.
Yeah, we finna set it off in this motherfucker, you hear me? I'm finna put you bitch ass niggas in the trash can, you dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't know if that's real. Yeah, that might not be real. I thought it was real though. They got me, guys. He did call out Gervonta Davis, but I don't know if he's really gonna fight. This is like a year ago.
They done stole my role model last night, my children making fun of me. Everybody talking shit. That man 58 years old. and went and got 20 M's. 58 years old and went and got 20 M's. I'm proud of him. Give me 20 million right now. Anybody give me 20 million right now, I'm jumping in the ring with Javante. Ain't gotta knock me out. Call Bud. Call Bud. What my other nephew name? Shakur. Call everybody and tell them 20 mil. Fight on Netflix with Boosie. Yeah,
Goddamn,
we gonna break the numbers.
You're like a human block in my.
I'm gonna throw more than Tyson throw. I bet you that. Might put me up, but hey, 20 mil. I need that 20 M's. I'm gonna throw them. I'm calling out Tank. Wait to taste all of what the other Shakur, Bud, 20 M's, Netflix flight, Boosie bad ass. Let's do the standoff.
Black in my hole, yeah. Boosie wild, man.
I'm hustling.
That's just how he looks all the time. And Charleston White can't fight. You know he can't fight, bro. I don't know if I can play it. Can I play maybe Boosie wilder than him? I can't get people in real life the hammer or the wrench. I wish I could, man. That's what they. Ain't no power, no hip movement. Hey, look at that punch. All right, let's put Josiah in there. Let's put Josiah in there. Let's put Josiah in there. Let's see. How much they got paid for that? I could have done that. I could have done that.
Watch out, bro. There you go. There you go.
Yeah. You can see this fight in any hood right now. No defense, no offense, no footwork, no head movement, no technique. I told you these young guys soft. I told you these young guys soft, Mushmaster. I told you these guys soft.
Huh? You get a little bit closer.
Why are they fighting each other? Island boy, man, what is going on?
All right, so Friday we're gonna fight. It's gonna be a real fight, and you know, it's not beef.
Look at all these tattoos.
We just gonna
Look at all them tattoos, man. I don't know, man. He said we're the last generation to play outside. Yeah. These kids nowadays, bro, they different. That's Josiah's generation. I like me some Godfrey. What Godfrey got to say?
I think it was Warner Brothers, saved Warner Brothers from bankruptcy because they were going bankrupt, and Shaft was $500,000 budget. They made $12 million.
Wow.
Richard Roundtree saved Warner Brothers. My friend used to work for Stan Lee, who created Marvel. I met Stan Lee 3 times, hanging out with Stan Lee in his office on Santa Monica in LA. He was at POW Entertainment when he left Marvel. I'm sitting there talking to Stanley. He's 89 years old. Now, you think about it. As a kid, I'm talking to the man who created Spider-Man. And he's like, Godfrey, I want to show you something about Spider-Man. He's telling me everything. I'm listening to this dude. Like, I can't believe I'm talking to Stanley. He goes, I want to show you. Yeah, you see, he had a big picture of Wesley Snipes, Blade. He goes, yeah, Wesley Snipes, I tell you, Wesley Snipes. Wesley saved Marvel. We were going bankrupt. If it weren't for Wesley Snipes in 1999, we would have been in bankruptcy. Black person saving, again, a company. Black people sell. You look at In Living Color, saved Fox. The halftime, remember the halftime celebration? Who saved it? Michael Jackson saved it. That shit was going down. Empire saved Fox again. Empire with
Taraji P. Henson,
Terrence
Howard.
And Terrence Howard saved Fox. WB, black people saved it. Stars, black people saved it. Black people sell. It's just this old adage of hatred and not wanting, and this fear of other people's success. They got to get over it. We're all good, man. If people think if we get into a certain power, we're going to act the same way you did. We're not like Shaft saved, I think it was Warner Brothers, saved Warner Brothers from bankruptcy because they were going bankrupt, and Shaft was $500,000 budget. They made $12 million.
Wow.
Richard Roundtree saved Warner Brothers.
I like me some Godfrey, man. Godfrey, yeah. I like me some Godfrey, man. Yeah, I know. Talking about some athletes, some melanated athletes. It says she walked away from $1.6 million a month. LOL Snap would not walk away from $1.6 million. I'll tell you that right now. LOL Snap would not walk away from that 1.6. He'd be down in Moneyberg's basement for that 1.6. It says Nike paid her $1.6 million per month 3 months before the Olympics. She walked away. Why did she walk away? That's what we're going to find out. I mean, most of us ain't going to be Simone Biles. You know, we ain't going to be Simone Biles, the best ever. It says Nike built their biggest athletes roster: Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Simone Biles was no exception. I mean, honestly, I think Simone Biles is guys don't attack me, but I think for her sport, she's better than those people, right? Like, I mean, Cristiano's amazing. Michael Jordan's amazing. Serena's amazing. But, like, nobody can do what Biles does. She be doing a trick. Nobody else can do it. The guys can't do it. The girls can't do it. She the best. She the best at her sport. Like, and there's no controversy. There's no, well, maybe what about that person? No, she's the best. Much says, I remember when Gordon was trash talking her. Did he? What did he say? I might need to find that. He ain't even in, man. She don't even know who Gordon Ryan. She doesn't even know what jiu-jitsu is. She is the GOAT. I mean, like, literally, like, nobody can do what she does. It says by 2015, Simone was untouchable. 32 Olympic and world medals. God, dog. She got all the medals, too. Millions of fans, and Nike signed her. Her deal grew to $1.6 million a month. So, yeah, what, a little bit over 4? Actually more. Maybe almost 5 million. What's 1.6 times 3? He said she was a quitter. I mean, Gordon's a quitter. The thing is, 4.8 million. The thing is, if you're feeling off in gymnastics, you need to stop. Because imagine you do one of those routines and you don't feel good, or you don't feel confident. Man, you might die. You fall wrong. You fall off the beam. You fall off the pommel horse. Whatever they be jumping off of. You can't jump. You can't do that stuff if you're not ready. Man. Even when they do their routine perfectly, they still beat up. The ankles are beat up. Knees are beat up. I don't want to. Yeah, I remember Gordon saying that. Gordon need to shut up, bro. And she made more money than Gordon. Gordon, shut up. She better than you, Gordon. It says, then at her career peak, she left Nike. With Tokyo Olympics 3 months away, everyone asked why. Gymnastics super hard. And not everybody can do it. If you're too big, you can't do it. She does a real sport. Yeah, she's a real athlete. Nobody's ever called Gordon a real athlete. They said he isometrically strong. That's all they can say. But Simone wanted more. Support as a person, not just a performer. Creative input in her products. I guess Nike wasn't giving her that. And values First partnership. Nike couldn't deliver, but a smaller brand could. Okay. I mean, if I was Nike, I would have given Simone whatever she wanted. Because she has the potential to be another Michael Jordan. Enter Athleta. I might be saying that wrong. Athleta, right? A woman-focused brand worth $419 million. That's 0.2% of Nike's size. Their pitch: what do you want to create? So that's important. Yeah, that's important. So I think we talked about that yesterday. You gotta, when you're negotiating, you gotta talk about not only what you can bring, but what they need. LL Stat says, I'm strong, really not a talent. Okay. No, she could have did better. Okay, leave her alone, man. Says Athleta gave Simone control. Approve every design. Okay, that's important. Personal affirmations, because I can, and fabrics built for her routines. Nah, leave her alone, man. Leave her alone. Says they sold authenticity, not just gear. That's important nowadays, especially with the next generation. You know, that's why LL Snap my. Okay, we'll leave her alone. That's why LL Snap might need to be paused too. LL Snap yesterday said, "Why did I get?" He's like, "That's why." Okay, LL Snap. That's why you might need timeout, man. Stuff like that. Some stuff you can keep to yourself, man. You don't need to tell the truth to everything. Says Tokyo Olympics 2021. Simone withdraws for mental health. Yeah, again, if you're doing those routines and you don't feel confident, you know it's better to stop. Critics attacked. Gordon Ryan attacked. Nike was silent. Athleta, we stand by Simone. And it wasn't just words. Counseling for athletes, mentorship for gymnasts, and support for underserved communities. Yeah, mental health is real. Yeah. Athleta lived their values. And she's at a point where, you know, if her mental health is off, she can say no. But most of my MMA friends, you know, the mental health is off. They still got to fight. They got to fight with terrible mental health and body beat up. A lot of jiu-jitsu people need therapy. I just want them to know that I'm not a therapist. Mushmatcher says, if she gets a percentage of ownership, that's a great deal. She did. Nike, I think it would be hard for her to get. Well, if I was Nike, I would have given her whatever she wanted. Says the results were collections sold out in days. Sales were up 37%, and 60% of new buyers said authentic athlete involvement was the reason. Nike sold a brand. Athleta sold a story. That's important. People buy your story nowadays. Yeah, I'm not sure if she got a percentage. Someone asked that. They didn't answer though. I don't know. Can we look that up real fast? Let's see. Start charging for therapy, Alex. Make them super chats. Man, Josiah will owe me $1 million then. Josiah will owe me $1 million. Nah, Mushmaster, you start your live stream, you can. That actually might be pretty cool if you were a licensed therapist. You just had your stream. That might, I don't know if I could do it, but that might be somebody. That might be a niche. Josiah, you want to start that niche? Get your license, become a licensed therapist. How much does it cost to become a licensed therapist? How much does it cost? $100 to $250. Wait, that's how much they get per. Nah, people can't afford that. How do you become a licensed therapist? I don't know. I can't spell. It might be illegal. Well, you just say it's for entertainment value, just like Fox News. This is for entertainment. It says you need a bachelor's degree followed by a master's degree. Oh, you do need a master's degree. Okay, I don't have a master's degree. I can't do that. All right, so can't do that. Don't you need it? Yeah, apparently so. Well, I can't do it. Somebody else can do it possibly, but let's see. Simone Biles. Ownership. She has long-term partnership and endorsement deals. I don't know if she has a percentage. I would have fought if I was Simone. I would have fought for a percentage. 1-800-call 1-900-MUSH for life advice. You know what? Instead of being a licensed therapist, say that you're a psychic or something. You could do that, right? You can say, and then you just give people life advice. What is her brand deal? They don't have any information on that. Yeah, I don't know. Like Shorty from yesterday. Yeah, just nowadays you just say that you're an influencer or you're an ambassador, and then you start charging money. Yeah, I don't know how much they're giving her. Put it out. Put out information. It does say her annual earnings are more than $7 million. Yeah, it won't tell me how much. It says around $7 million. Okay, that's not bad. That's good. Mrs. Cleo, call now for free psychic reading. Yeah, and just give them life advice. Talking about Gordon.
All right, so we just go in, Tori on the side to side. Every time we step, we make sure we step past the hip line. What we don't want to do, go back. What we don't want to do is Toriando in front of the hip line, where we just throw the legs, we don't really step. Now James has to do nothing. He's not in jeopardy of having his guard passed, and he just puts you back in guard. So every time we step, we throw the legs by, and we step well beyond the hip line. So that way, when you step beyond the hip line, now he really is in jeopardy of having his guard passed and has to make a decision on what he wants to do from here. Or the last one, James tries to aggressively turn away, in which case we put in a strong tight waist, and we chase the back. All right, so we just go in, Tori on the side to side. Every time we step, we make sure we step past the hip line.
That's Gordon. That's your favorite athlete, everybody. Can you call Gordon an athlete? You know Mark Coleman got the family over there. Says, who wouldn't pay to see me do life coaching on Kick? Yeah, bro, you do it. Nah, we just want to see you hanging out with Rampage. When you gonna start that, LL Snap?
What's up, everybody? Some cinema here in Columbus, Ohio with my mom and dad. We just watched the Smashing Machine premiere. What'd you think, Dad? You were there.
No, that was the second time. I don't remember.
That's good enough. What about you, Mom?
I think it was marvelous.
Proud of me for once?
For once, for twice, for 3,000 times.
So blessed to be here with my mom and dad rolling. They made this mo.
We're so
Let's
proud.
go! Heroes for life!
Never.
Heroes for life!
for life!
Louder, Mom.
Hammer House for life!
Louder!
Hammers
No,
for
I
life.
can't.
Come on, one time, Dad.
Hammer House.
Right here. Squeal it out this way. Say it.
Dang, Westmaster.
Hammer House for never.
Yo, Pops.
Who's here?
Pops. Look at Pops, man.
What's up, everybody?
Now, Pops might have some, what's that called? Not Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. Pops got some Parkinson's, but why Pops look younger than his son? Mark Coleman did not age well. He just aged like, He looked young back in the day. Well, he looked old back then too. I guess the hair maybe. Yeah, his mom looked young. they all look the same age. LOL Snap, when you gonna get on Kick? You need to set it up before you get to Rampage though, if you can, or just ask him what you need to get. Yeah, ask him and let me know too what he got over there. I want to know what he got over there. What kind of equipment he got. It says more than likely next month Rampage is going to host my first stream. I still don't understand that, and my wife is going to pay someone to manage the streaming stuff for me because I can't. Okay. And Lil Snap said, I only know how to destroy stuff. I don't know how to create nothing. Yeah, you got a good wife, man. Yeah. He said I could barely work a phone. I mean, you do well for on the stream. You be chatting it up. Mushbat says it's the vitamins. Yeah. It's crazy. We needed, there was the Mark Kerr documentary, The Smashing Machine. We needed a Mark Coleman documentary because he was over there doing some stuff too. What was he doing? He was taking some stuff too, not just vitamins. He was taking some other stuff too. He says, I don't think he's on any stuff right now. I think he's just crazy. He says, LOL Stat, do you still do gaming content? If he can't work a phone, what comment did you put on there? I saw it for a second. Can I see the comment? I can't see. He hit it. It's on the screen. I missed it. Yeah, he's shown in it. I want to see his own documentary. I know that. I know he's on that. Oh, you say he stole the show. Okay. Mark Coleman stole the show in the documentary. Oh. He did, but I want his own documentary. Because, we focused on, Mark Kerr, obviously. But I wanted to see what Mark Coleman was doing. I wanted to see Mark Coleman, Kevin Randleman. Who else was over there? He should have been he definitely should have been a pro wrestler. He looked like a pro wrestler. Him and Kevin Randleman. Kevin Randleman might still be alive if he was pro wrestling. Or maybe not. We don't know. That's your nephew. That's not me. Well, you can game with your nephew on your live stream. Mark Coleman, wild. Yeah, he he kind of reminds me of some of the, was it Randy Savage? Yeah, one of those Macho Man or something like Rest in Peace Monster. Yeah. Yeah, Kevin Randleman, he died pretty young too, 44 or something. I think it was pneumonia, but I mean, he also had staph in his lungs, in his bloodstream. Yeah. Oof. We did a live stream on that. Yeah, these guys are wild. Woo. This LOL Snap story right here. They need to release the Hammer House training foot. Yeah, release that.
My goodness. She's out of control. What can you do with a beautiful woman that could fight? What can you do? There's nothing you can do. You have to be a fighter. And then I remember seeing this girl, she was a fighter, her boyfriend was a fighter, and he lost. And she said she lost all attraction because he got knocked out.
Pat is a great boyfriend, but we fought on the same card. During the fight, he almost gets knocked out. As this guy is mauling him, he goes like this. What do you think I was thinking?
Not good thoughts. Did it turn you off?
Oh my God, so much. I was like, dude, you're getting fucked up. As you're falling to the canvas, you still need to go fuck you.
So the way he was getting beaten was fucking with you. It wasn't just that he was getting beaten.
Like, you gotta take that shit. Like a champ or like a fighter. Can't be like.
Was that at the beginning of the end?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. So my boy is one of them dudes that really, he don't care. He'll get in the ring, but she still lost attraction because he lost. My goodness.
That is a downside to some of those fighter girls. When you lose, they gone too. Yeah, we need the Hammer House and the shoot box. LOL Snap. Oh, LOL Snap. He took his nephew's account. Because I watched some of the videos on your channel, was looking for some of your wrestling. That's why you don't. Okay, Mushmaster gives some life advice. Josiah, calm down. Calm down. We not attack. I don't even know this girl. Why are you attacking her? You don't know her either. Don't attack her. Let me see who this is. Now listen, Mushmaster might jump in there for a little bit. Just a little bit. Apex? Oh, LOL Snap. LOL Snap was definitely over there. Says no amount of guilt can solve the past, and no amount of anxiety can change the future. Well, that's a big red flag right there. Where's my red flag? As long as Carol's not here. Carol, are you here listening? Even Carol will agree that's a red flag. Where's my red flag at? There we go. LOL Snap speaking from experience over here. Maybe Mushmaster can change her, man. I don't know. Maybe he can change her. Nah, she look like she's gonna break your heart. She gonna break your heart a couple times, actually. She gonna break your heart a couple times. Wait, she got the Torah, the menorah. All right, is she Jewish? Not that I have anything against my Jewish friends. She got a lot going on. She working through trauma, everybody. She working through some trauma. Can I see how good is her grappling though? That's the real question. All right, Mushmaster, you can roll around with her a little bit. Dave Ball says a lot of shootbox fighters in the early 2000s must have CTE. They used to go 100%. That's why we want to see the sparring. We want to see the sparring footage. Yeah, we want to see Hammer House, Shootbox. Who else had a crazy gym? What was Randy Couture's gym? Yeah, I want to see all them crazy gyms. Maybe you could change her, man. What about her striking? What kind of striking she got? Oh, I don't know, man. Team Quest, yeah, Team Quest. Team Culture, yeah. Ah, my elbow. Yeah, she wanted to spar with LOL Snap. I mean, I don't know this lady, so I can't say anything. I mean, she got a lot of selfies, so I mean, yeah. Take from that what you will. We got Baron Bozo. What's she got to say? Oh, actually, let me look at this first. Yo. Did that come out? The second decision. So LeBron's got something going on. Is it right now? What did LeBron say? Not that hood ratchets are good. He said all selfies and no comp footage. Yes, sir. That's what did anything happen? October 7th. Is that today? What did LeBron say? Ah, LeBron got us, bro. I guess LeBron ain't retiring. The Black Zillions is my home gym. Well, what's my home gym? Who was all at the Black Zillions? Who was all over there? Yeah, where's the documentary on that? Oh, don't make me sign up for Twitter again. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Says you don't want a documentary on that. Why not? I do. LL Snap will get divorced if the documentary comes out. You gonna get divorced? What happened before you got married?
Well, everyone's on pins and needles across the country. You ready to go, LeBron? Where's the powder?
Left it at home.
LeBron, fans want to know where you're taking your talents this year. What's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is tough. In this fall, I'm gonna be taking my talents to Hennessy VSOP.
VSOP? And this was the conclusion you woke up with this morning?
That was the conclusion I woke up with this morning.
Why?
I feel like it's gonna give me the best opportunity to win more at hosting. And not only that, win at signature cocktails, win at having a good time, win at impressing guests, win at making memories, win at making it look easy, win at leaving people wanting more.
LeBron, appreciate it.
I like my
LeBron
decision.
got you guys. LeBron got you guys. He got you guys, man. He got you guys. Actually, I like that imagery with the orange. Yeah. He got you guys, man. LeBron does look old, though. Is he 40 years old yet? Well, he definitely put his body through it. He got you guys. He got... Josiah says he won't ever retire. I mean, you guys won't let him retire. He says, yeah, Alistair Overeem, Victor Belfort, Tyrone Sprung, Rashad Evans, Jacare was over there. And LOL Snap. I know that was too much testosterone in one room, man. Too much. too much everything in one room. He says Nas is the real Henny spokesperson. Give him the eyes. I think the eye is just for you, Josiah. The eye is just for you. All right. Well, LeBron's still here for another decade or two. He got a couple more kids he want to play with. He's gonna have his daughter in the his daughter gonna be in the NBA. We already saw this. Didn't we see this with Rahadi? So we didn't see this. It says tonight was a full circle moment for Chris Circle. Okay, well, that's a nice little play on words. It says, and myself, I watched Jimmy Pedro win a bronze medal in '96, and that encouraged me to return to judo. And not only did I return to judo, I shaped my life and career at the time to train with Jimmy in Massachusetts. I then moved to the Olympic Training Center and trained under Eddie Liddy, while still visiting and learning from Jimmy, and eventually making my 2004 Olympic team with the man who inspired me to return to judo and go to the Olympics. I then started coaching after 2004, and one of my clients was a student of Jimmy's, Chris Round. Chris was a client of mine for 8 years. Now today, Dr. Chris coaches my 2 kids along with me, and tonight Jimmy Pedro facilitated a pregame meeting this evening for Rufus and Roddy Jr. before they compete tomorrow. It was amazing. It was an amazing experience, and it felt really good that Jimmy could speak to my children plainly, and they could digest the information and have quality dialogue with him about match tactics. It was pretty awesome. I wish I wasn't so tired and had the right words to explain how it felt to sit back and watch this all go down. All I can tell you is this, and let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. So that's awesome. You know, not everybody can have Jimmy Pedro helping them. My question is, USA Judo, why didn't Jimmy Pedro get elected to the board? LOL Snap says the gym was divided into 3 sections. You had the Cubans, you had the blacks, and you had which all the Cubans hung around. And you had the Brazilians butt scooting over there in the corner. You had the Brazilians, the blacks, and the Cubans but they were all black. Everybody was black. me no black poppy. Black Zillion should have worked out, but like I said, too much testosterone, probably too big of egos. He says the problem that happened to the gym is the owner. Let the fighter start running the gym, and it got chaotic. Who was the owner of the gym? LL Snap, what you need to do and stream it is start a new Black Zillions. Like, do it the right way. All right. You got them game planning? All right. Speaking about judo, we got, where is judo? Oh, judo, where are you, judo? Judo. There we go. Jimmy Pedro. So, I talk a lot of stuff about judo, but, look, judo, America's coming up with some results. Jimmy Pedro says, proud day for Team USA. And Hatashita Sports, Fuji athletes, says our 60 kilogram standout, Jonathan Yang and Christopher Velasco went head-to-head in an absolute battle in their repage contest. Two warriors showing what American judo is all about: heart, toughness, and respect. Huge congratulations to Jonathan Yang for earning a junior world bronze medal. He wanted that medal for Team USA so badly, and I could not be prouder of him. I couldn't be prouder of everybody. The entire team fought great as a team. It was nice to see our next generation come together after spending all summer training together in preparation for this event and compete as a team. Congrats to every single one of you. You have proven that we can compete and beat the rest of the world today. So that is a good step in the right direction. I think it's been pretty crickets. How's Team USA been doing, Mushmaster? Is this the first medal in a while? LL Snap says, man, I don't want anything to do with that. I'm bored now. I just want to enjoy the rest of my life. All right. Well, and now you're going to start streaming with Rampage. All right. We got some athletes coming through America now. Jonathan Yang. Okay, I said the wrong name. Jonathan Yang. Where's Jonathan Yang at? We can't play too much judo on here. Is this him? Yeah, we can't play too much judo because it doesn't go well on here. Let's see. Yo, that's friendly fire, though. America versus America. Where were the other matches at? He does a two-handed Sayanagi. He's training in the Kodokan. What's crazy is that most of the Americans got to go to Japan to get some good training in. Well, he's training with a Mongolian. Elbow snaps with judo is next level. I don't know how he threw this guy. Oh, that wasn't Uchi. I don't know what that was. Yeah, judo is different, man. I just want to see judo do well. There's more. There's 3 Yang brothers. There's more than one Yang brother. That's a nice setup. I need you to pay attention. Judo's anti-social. Are they antisocial? Maybe. I will say judo, wrestling and jiu-jitsu, we pretty cool. Yo, what's up? We be shaking hands. What's up? Judo people be in the back. Unc. He said, "What's up, Unc?" They call me Unc over there. I guess I am Unc. What's up, nephew? I don't feel like an uncle, but I guess I am. He says, "Go to a judo school overseas and see how they treat you." Oh, well, it's true. I mean, wrestling, I can't say wrestling is super social. Jiu-jitsu school is pretty chill. You have white on your beard. You definitely are. Hey, get out of here, bro. Let me see your beard. Unc. I want to see your beard, LOL Snap. Do you have a beard? I feel like humans don't grow beards. Big news over here. You do have a beard? Okay. We the same age. You can't call me Unc. Balea sent this to me. Shout out to Balea. I guess he's busy. We got Devontae versus Gutenberg. This might be an okay match. You said mine looks like Fidel Castro. Definitely Unc. All right. I still now call me Unc in my face. That's what I want. We got Devontae. This might be a good matchup. I'm not sure. It's actually kind of a good match because Gutenberg, he does a lot of judo style takedowns. I don't think he does no-gi though. That's the only issue. But AOJ guy is not really the best at no-gi. But I think Devontae probably going to have the lead over this. He's done more no-gi, more super fights, more the professional no-gi events. So I'm going to go with Devontae over here. He says, "My nephews told me when I die in a few years, God dog, can they have my truck? I didn't know how to feel about that." How old are they? Dang. They think you 50 years old or something, 60 years old. Where's Mikey over here? Mikey?
After Phil did that, he owes me. That guy owes me.
He'll come out and he'll do this.
He was right, though.
Bitch, you know.
Oh, me.
Come on, Phil.
He has to study my walkout. I want him to analyze it and be like, well, Mikey actually looks like he knows where he is. I said this to Phil, but on Ultimate Fighter, we didn't have the center thing to go up. Yeah. We had to walk on the side, and then there was a staircase. Okay. And I don't have glasses on, so I'm already shaking and nervous like this. I walk out, and then I'm like, oh, I'm turning right. And then it looks like my dumb ass is walking into the crowd.
To go to the checkpoint? Bitch, get on the mat.
I walked out and I'm just like, all right, what would a normal person do right now? That's your thought process. I just want to thank Talonor again for this performance. My mom had lots of it when she was pregnant. I do ask, since you guys did the thing with Phil Rowe. Yeah. Me and him on the thing together, discussing my walkout this time.
We'll put that together.
I'm down.
I'm a little. I got Mikey fatigue. I'm sorry, Mikey. I do like Mikey, but yeah, I'm a little fatigued. You guys could be fatigued with me too. I understand that. Mushman says, "Are you Mikey's Tism truth or ally?" I'm fatigued, man. I'm fatigued at Mikey. I'm fatigued.
Down. After Phil.
I'm fatigued, bro. I'm fatigued. And, you know, people play into it. I'm sure Mikey loves that. You know, people, when you're on top, people be sucking up to you. Yeah, but I'm fatigued. He says, "Are you a Mikey Tism truther?" I'm fatigued, man. I don't know what he's got. He's making jokes of this. What's crazy is when people really have autism, you know, you're like, man, that's not no joke. You know, if you know anybody with real autism, and you know, I don't know what Mikey has. Maybe I'm just fatigued, bro. LO Snap got some little nephews that think he's like 60 years old, 70 years old. Well, yeah, I guess we all old to 6 and 7-year-olds. They won't even be driving in 20 years. 10, 20 years. I'm fatigued on Mikey, man. I'm not going to watch this. I'll let you guys watch this. I'm going to look away.
Submission. Mission submission.
So Jimmy, J Flow posted this. He says, "Can we all agree this is criminal?" Yeah, I can't watch that. Look at his hands. I can't, what's wrong with Mikey's hands? The only thing I notice with Mikey, he'd be pointing like this at you. I don't like people pointing at me like that, man. Don't point at me, Mikey. Okay, yeah. It says guard jumping is illegal for this reason. It's not illegal. What are you talking about? And it's not. It is a legit technique, but it's legal for black and everybody over blue belt or up to blue belt. It is legal move. I think it was kind of a freak accident because you know his leg was kind of floating in the air. I'm not gonna rewatch that. I don't want to study that. This is when LOL Snap be sparring. That's why he don't like girls in training.
She's kind of messing you up, bro.
I'm just working with her.
I don't want you to take that many punches.
And them boxing girls tough too. I heard. I don't really know from experience, but I heard they tough. Any girl fighting is, you know, I don't know about that. That's just terrible. Speaking on that, we actually got a what was that? We actually had a Reddit story. Let me hide that. We're gonna talk about that later. LL Snap said, "Don't talk about that." He says, "One push kick and it'll stop." That's what Harrison did to him. I think we saw this already, but we just saw it a second ago. But we'll watch it one more time. That's just terrible, bro. That is the worst thing I ever seen in my life. that's the worst thing I ever saw in jiu-jitsu. So Reddit's asks, thoughts on Mikey? Is this the real dude or an act? Says he does this because he wants to bait the takedown to enter the legs from the bottom. He says it's dumb. It's dumb. It started when he was competing in events that didn't allow him to pull. It looks completely stupid, but it is what it is. Says, yeah, Gordon Ryan did the same thing with Nicky Rod in ADCC. It just didn't look this stupid. And Bo Nickel says he took down Bo 3 times before that. Did Gordon Ryan take Bo Nickel down? What are you talking about? But all the great wrestlers whined to not have leg locks legal in the match. So it says, I'm so tired of wrestlers getting gifted matches they don't deserve, especially arrogant people like Bo Nickel. Well, Bo been exposed. It says, funny enough, Nicky Rod himself is pretty realistic about how he got world class. And spoiler, it's not about wrestling. It's about learning jiu-jitsu seriously. He literally just wants to be on the ground close to his opponent's legs. It's Mikey. He could have pull donkey guard and beat Kevin. Yeah, I mean, there's really no defense for that, man. And yeah, there's really no defense for that. Whatever I say, Mikey gonna get upset. So there's just no defense for that. Mushmaster said he would have mushed Mikey. We did talk about Bo and Melvin committing to Virginia Tech. We'll see if this lasts because we don't know. Someone said would have obviously loved them in Lincoln, Nebraska, but it's cool to see the talent spread out a bit. We'll be following both of their careers. Let's see how they do in college, man. It's different. It's a different animal. Virginia Tech is really good. Think of what they have done with guys like Bryce Andonian and Caleb Henson. It's honestly better for the sport as a whole for guys to be more spread out. Virginia Tech been hovering in the top 10 for the past 10 years. There's enough at the program for these guys to get through to national championship. Says, to be fair, Bo's Final Four, his first time around, included Virginia Tech. He's been seriously considering it for some time. Also, having Caleb Henson and NCAA champ to roll with helps massively. Says Virginia Tech has been hauling in blue chip talent the last 4 years, especially. It's crazy considering they are not a top 10, a Big Ten school. But still, they're outperforming schools like Ohio State, Michigan, Iowa State, and Missouri in recruiting. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. Again, there's a lot of money. Can we see what the NIL is? Let's see, Bo Bassett. NIL deal. This is from June 24. Says legendary Chael Sonnen offered star wrestler Bo Bassett $1 million for NIL rights. Wow. For Oregon? What? Yeah, they're offering him some money, bro. And that kid's still in high school. Says this is from June or July or something. It says star high school wrestler Bo Bassett's decision to decommit from Iowa Hawkeyes drew a fiery response from UFC legend Chael Sonnen. Bassett is considered as the number one pound-for-pound wrestling prospect in the class of 2026, so he doesn't graduate till next year. He is from Pennsylvania, and he decommitted from Iowa. Sonnen says, I tried to do business with Bo, and I didn't get my way. He says, I tried to reach Bo, and I finally even went publicly and told him, here's the deal. I'll give you $1 million. In exchange, you're going to sign over your NIL rights to me. Whatever I can do with that is on me, but you're guaranteed $1 million. No, he wanted to be a manager. So he's like, listen, I'll pay you $1 million, but I'll be in charge of the $5 million you were going to get. Chael Sonnen not smooth. Says Bassett's move didn't make much sense to Sonnen, who seemingly took offense to not only the decommitment but also the wording in the announcement. High-profile decommitments and flips are a common occurrence within college recruiting. However, Sonnen appears to view Bassett's announcement as a subtle shot at Iowa. It says, your word's either good or it's not, he said. People have the right to change them, and there's no such thing as decommit. You're lying. Gotta be a man about it. Now there's such a thing. He's still in high school. Why are you holding a high schooler accountable? He's not even an adult yet. I think he is 18 though. Now there's a such thing as changing your mind, and young people get a grace to change their mind. But when you took a shot, you fired a shot at the ethics of the most ethical program in wrestling history. Excuse me. You do not stand on the moral high ground. Not on this one. He took a shot at the Hawks, and it was nasty. Sonnen said, "It's a very nasty thing." He's just upset. I don't know what his NIL deal was. I think at Iowa it was going to be $5 million. Says figures ranging from $5 million to $10 million. I'm not sure about the $10 million. But some of these wrestlers are making money. Like Starachi was making over $1 million. $1.3 million. Strachey reportedly earned over $1.3 million as one of the highest paid college athletes in wrestling. Okay, that's not bad for a high school or college wrestler. Talking about wrestling, we got a chill episode today, bro.
Down, up, or to one of the sides. Naturally, I'm going to overcorrect. The most basic setup in wrestling, forcing somebody off their line. There's two lines. I have a straight line here, and I have a line at my hips. Anytime you break my posture down, up, or to one of the sides, naturally, I'm going to overcorrect. If you pull me down, my natural correction is to go up. That's your window to go under. If I push your head up, you naturally want to fight your head back down, which opens up a snap. If I turn your head off the line, he wants to push his head back into it. Opens up the same thing. Push, he fights back, that opens up a window. So when you think of hand fighting, you think about breaking the lines, turning him off the core this way or pulling his head down. Anytime you break my posture down, up, or to one of the sides, naturally I'm going to overcorrect. The most basic setup in wrestling, forcing somebody off their line. There's two lines. I have a straight line here and I have a line at my hips. Anytime you break my posture down, up, or to one of the sides, naturally I'm going to overcorrect. If you pull me down, my natural correction is to go up. That's your window to go under. If I push your head up, you naturally want to fight your head back down, which opens up a snap. If I turn your head off the line, he wants to push his head back into it. Opens up the same thing. Push, he fights back, that opens up a window. So when you think of hand fighting, you think about breaking the lines, turning him off the core this way or pulling his head down. Anytime you break my posture down.
I'm going for regular Josiah. I'm going for the opposite of ecological. You guys know Trump is going to have the UFC at the White House next year, I think.
And on June 14th, next year, we're going to have a big UFC fight at the White House, right at the White House, on the grounds of the White House. And on June 14th, next year, we're going to have a big UFC fight at the White House, right at the White House, on the grounds of the White House. And on June 14th, next year, we're going to have...
Let me guess, no pay-per-view for the fighters. It's going to be free. Sounds amazing. It's going to be Trump's 80th birthday. He's 80 years old. Okay. And commemorating the 250 years since signing the Declaration of Independence. This sounds like some Roman fighting over here. Why you got people over there? Why you got blood sport over here on the 250th? Well, I guess that does fit for the history of America. Some blood being spilled on the grounds of the Capitol. That is on brand for America, for us. I won't be there, but maybe LOL Snap or somebody. Mushmash, you going down there for that?
Broken heart here? Is that what you said? Basically. Who am I? Let me just try you call. Whenever you call. And I gotta do something. Will you with me? In the front of the car. Rufus and the park and try to let you neutron. You're right, yeah. Broken heart here?
My man couldn't wait to drill with Miss Helen Morales, as some people like to say. I want to drill too. Can I drill? He did get her though. Says, Dan, we got UFC at the White House before GTA 6. Yeah, I mean that game's never coming out. We already watched Fionn working out. Who said that wasn't impressive? Man, Fion's strong. Whoever said that, was that you that said that yesterday? Whoever said that, I think it was Dorothy Slippers. I need a slap soundboard. I need a slap sound. I need a hammer sound. I need a slap sound. Somebody said UFC at the White House is embarrassing. Nah, it's on brand. Yeah, it's 2 plates. Listen, that's 20 kg. Okay. Who you remember yesterday someone said that was light? They thought it was 20 pounds. It's 20 kg. That's like 45 pounds. What is that? 225? Plus the machine? What's 20 kg? 20 kg is like 45, maybe a little bit heavier. It's 44 pounds. Let's just say 45. That's 180. Okay. Plus the machine. How much is the machine? The setup weight? That's probably 50 pounds right there. She's probably belt squatting 230 pounds. If the machine weighs 50 pounds plus the four 20 kg, yeah, that might be about 230 pounds over there. And that's multiple times. That's 1.5 her body weight, easy. All right, Fionn, I'm defending you, Fionn. Look at that, man. That girl's strong. Margot isn't lifting like Margot can't lift like Fionn. Margot can't pick that up. She can't pick that dumbbell up like that. I don't think Margot can do a pull-up. Not to say that you need to do a pull-up, but I don't think she could do a pull-up. All right, Fionn. We defending you over here, Fionn. We had some naysayers, but I'm letting them know. We got Victoria. What else I want to watch? Oh, we got Muggsy going to be fighting soon. He already lost, man. He lost before the match started. Of course, you should doubt yourself, Muggsy. Muggsy, Caden is a D2 All-American. Muggsy, you need to have some doubt. So, I respect the influencers, but man, you guys ain't real, man. You ain't real fighters. You ain't real grapplers. You ain't real boxers. You some YouTubers. You some Twitch people. Why you? Of course, that's not self-doubt. That's realism. That's reality. Reality, man. Reality set in. Why are you sad? You knew you were gonna lose. You're gonna lose the next match too. You got no option to win. He has no how is Muggsy? There's no way for Muggsy to win. It's not possible. Caden actually went through the grind this whole time. It's just, how are we gonna beat this kid? It ain't possible. He been wrestling this whole time. He been wrestling for real. Man, these influencers, bro. We got Cabrillo with his new son, Jalen, over here.
A minha produção, quanto tempo foi essa finalização? Porque pode ter batido o recorde, o Jalen for nascer, o evento até agora. Ele entrou, pô, ele entrou.
What kind of leg lock defense is this?
Tá engatilhando, deixa eu falar aqui. Já tá vendo. Ui, pegou, já era, meu amigo. Future.
Man, these guys they're fighting have no leg. I guess that's for the entertainment value. They got no leg lock defense. We'll see how UFC BJJ does. Kevon, Josiah likes Kevon. That's his favorite. His favorite's favorite. Kevon is his favorite's favorite.
Would have got you, dude. Right there. Would have hit you with that
Stop.
Russian right there. Would have hit the Russian, maybe a drag. You don't even know about the drag. Easy. Got to keep your elbows in. Elbows in, win. All right. Oh, slip to the elbow. You're too slow with that. You're too slow. Put your hand right here. Put your hand right. Why would you do that? Put it right there. Put it right there. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Easy double.
Yeah, that's the kid.
Easy double. Put my hands around you. No problem, baby. I'm telling.
Good old Kevon influencers. Yeah, that's Jalen right there as a kid. That's why I say he's Cabrillo's new son. Yeah, that's him. That's how you know you old when the kid from kids class is winning everything. Yeah, that's Jalen. He won. That's the same kid that won Worlds. Let me look at Victoria. Victoria, how you doing, Victoria? We can't forget you. What you doing?
To win a signed singlet from me, and in support of the foster children at Grace Retreat Foster Care in Tucson, I'll be donating a signed singlet to help raise funds.
How much is that
Let's help them
singlet?
get the Christmas they deserve.
Josiah wants to know if that's a Warren singlet, though. Did you wear that singlet, Josiah? Hey, get it, Victoria. Get it, Victoria. Hey. You know I'm gonna get hit with that copyright with that music. Victoria, good man. I be trying to put you guys on, man. I be trying to put you guys on. I be trying to put LOL Snapped on. He don't want to listen. I be trying to put you guys on, man. We got some jiu-jitsu girls over here. We're not gonna focus on them. They got too much hair. Too much hair product. Who's number one's coming up? It says full bracket. What's the full bracket? Got Dante Leon, Achilles Hosha, Pat Shigoli, that kid that got popped by Isada that trains with Six Blades. That kid from Miami, Declan, and Roberto. And I guess whoever wins the Pittsburgh. Got Devontae. Devontae going to be showing up. I think he's going to beat Gutenberg. Gutenberg ain't got no leg locks or takedowns. No-gi takedowns. Got Pun versus Galvao. I'm going Galvao. Jones versus Corby. I'm going Jones, but if this was the other Corby brother, maybe I would go DeAndre, but I'm not sure about Gavin. Let's see. Top 5 hottest women in LOL Snap, did you make this? You made this list?
Ronda Rousey weighs in at 100.
Official weight 125 pounds for the 13th ranked contender, Richie! Point 5!
Is it Mackenzie Dern? No, Mackenzie's not on there.
Official weight for Tiana Bell Pizza.
Kayla Harrison, number 1.
Santos.
I don't know about that list. Someone else said Gina Carano, Paige Van Zant, Ronda Rousey, Alexa Grasso, Macy Barber, and Tracy Cortez. LOL Snap, was that you? Is that your list, LOL Snap? My man, you guys know him. Ottavio Natali. I really like him, but I guess he's been losing weight. Shout out to him. I definitely want to do a video on my main channel about him because he has some really unique jiu-jitsu. But I'm happy to see he's getting healthier. He says, since the second year birthday of my daughter, I promised myself that I would take better care of my health to be able to live that for more years. This process is about 5 months. It's not easy at all, but we are moving forward. He's thanking his doctors. His 25 kg, which is over 50 pounds or about 50 pounds, already gone. So that he's maintaining. He has a nutritionist that's been teaching him how to feed himself, how to eat right to be able to yield in training without losing strength and stamina. The white belt in jiu-jitsu, who is a mega master in nutrition. So shout out to him, man. I tell you guys, take care of your health. And look at that. He's taking care of his health. Showy Roll. This is old Gee, but I got to put Showy Roll on blast. Quan, are you there, Quan? Quan busy. You can't wear those gi pants in tournaments. Can you? No. That's not IBJJF legal. Yeah, that's for sure not legal. That looks like some jogger pants. Who's better, him or Big Mac? I'm going him. Big Mac couldn't move, which was also a strength. Now they very similar. They both got, you know, big bodies but short arms and legs. So I'm not sure. Big Mac's kind of old school. He's the newer school. I'm not sure who's actually better. You got beef? No, I like shoyu roll. My homeboy. No, I got no issues with shoyu roll. My homeboy, he loves shoyu roll. So whenever I see shoyu roll, I gotta post it for him. We talked about this. The Miracle Girl. She's the girl that got a car from Shaq. She got the Mitsubishi from Shaq that's gonna break down in about 50,000 miles.
Oh boy.
The Firefly, not Miracle, Firefly.
Oh boy.
Yeah, she got a car from Shaq. Shaq, she too young for you, Shaq. She is looking for a sugar daddy, though. I believe she is looking for a sugar daddy. Shaq too old, though. Is that the one? Yeah, Shaq gave her a car. I
I
mean,
want to talk about something more important. Did you see what I did with the little girl?
That was amazing, yeah.
For those who didn't see it, here it is. The most beautiful city I've ever watched. I was scrolling one day, and I saw this.
6 months of my daughter's jiu-jitsu career, she lost every single tournament she went in.
I immediately said, I love this little kid. Uncle Shaq time. I'm going to have my guy make up some mock-ups. I found another girl wrestler, Firefly.
They gon' be surprised when they see I made this beat, baby Chief and Kanye West. As long as the hoe outside with the zoo shit never see home. 26-12 be the squad, we all beat the odds. How that shit unknown, none of the odds.
So I called her parents and said, you need sponsorship? We'd like to get our baby a car. I'm gonna need you to find her a car. I need you to pick it up for me, I need you to drop it off.
Take it right to her? That's easy.
I appreciate it.
Let's do it.
And I'm gonna pay for the whole thing.
Pay for the whole thing?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, how about this? Yeah. I love what you're doing, I seen that. I'll go half.
Oh, you go half?
I'll go half and I'll deliver it to her still.
All right, deal.
How about that?
I appreciate that.
Done.
Hey, Dad.
Hey.
I'm sitting here with my car guy. You tell us what you're looking for. I have them go pick it up and drop it off to y'all as a present.
Oh, wow, man.
Rest force.
Hello.
Hello, Firefly. How are you? Got you on the phone with my guy.
How you doing?
So, so you need a car, right?
I do need a car.
All right, so what kind you want? Because we're going to take care of it.
Nobody ever asked for a Mitsubishi.
You're going to be talking to her, and, you know, he with me, so it's going to be all good.
Dedication, hard work, plus patience. To some more of my sacrifice, I'm done waiting. Told you that I wasn't playing. Now you hear what I've been saying.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of you girls. You keep body slamming people, you keep listening to your and you keep your grades up.
Yeah, right. Pay you back and dead bodies on the mat, like they said.
Exactly. All right, I love you. And no boys. Stay away from the boys.
Shaq got too much money. I believe she is looking for a sugar daddy, though. I mean, maybe Shaq cut her off. I don't know. Where was that at? I can't find it. Maybe it was some other girl. She is in college, so so Mushmaster can go after that if you want. I don't see the one. There was a post she was putting out there. Yeah, she is looking for a sugar daddy. Mushmaster, you want to sponsor her? She might. Stick to wrestling, girl. Get off the social media. Get back to wrestling. Get back to wrestling, girl.
Second pick in the NBA draft. I can't.
Right. Maybe it was a different girl I was thinking of. I'm hoping it was a different girl. All right, let me get out of here. Yeah, we got a chill episode, man. We ain't stressed. Yesterday was too much. We did too much yesterday. We got a little takedown. She gonna be walking. She gonna be walking in. This how much master gonna be throwing people. Yeah, that Mitsubishi guy, much master funny. I ain't ever heard anybody say they wanted Mitsubishi. I ain't never heard nobody. All right, we covered most of our stories, hopefully, unless I missed something. There's always some stuff going on. And what you guys don't see, I be adding stories left and right. Much would probably send me to the moon. I want to see that. We got to go to Houston one day. We need to go down to Houston. I want to see how bad LL Snapped is. I want to see. Let's skip over. There was some stuff we're gonna watch. I think we got top 15 black belt submissions from Nogi Pans.
Oh wow! That's gonna do it.
The finish.
Ooh. You gotta put your heel down. Oh, too late. Yeah, you cooked, bro. Triangle your feet. It's too late. Text Tony, he will tell you. Nah, I got experience the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Wide elbow, wide elbow, wide elbow.
Nice.
Wide.
Lars.
Up. Keep him away. Keep walking.
He says you're a jiu-jitsu villain.
Keep walking. Keep walking. North, south. Keep that top elbow open. High. Keep it high. Come up.
That man sitting in that Dars. Alright, tap. Clever. I was kind of sad to see Clever go out like this, man. But then the AOJ guy got tapped too. Everybody got tapped out at this tournament. You gotta keep your weight down. That's too late. Everybody's knees jacked up. I'm all for heel hooks, but man, everybody's knee be jacked up.
Good. Tighten it up. Tighten it up.
I mean, I'll be all right.
Good. Discipline.
Nice, Junie. I'll be okay.
Very nice.
I'll be all right. I know I'll be okay.
Really smart attacks there. I think switching between one and the other, oftentimes you can get a choke that's like halfway decent on one side, and then as they go to peel that arm off, you can use your other hand to slide underneath the chin in the space that you've just created. And we've seen Javier try to do that a couple of times, but Jose's hand fighting here has proved to keep him safe. And this might be it. I think he has it locked on. And a rear naked choke finish for Javier Barter is going to make him the 2025 Nogi Pan champion.
And Olsen had to teach the kids. They got it. They got him over there. I don't know how this guy. I don't know how this. Maybe his knee was already compromised, but I don't know how he got this. It didn't make any sense. This calf slicer don't make no sense. This some type of juice power or something. What kind of technique was this? That little stats ain't gonna pay me back. All right, man, I'm ready. I'm always ready. He should have been working on that ankle lock for real instead of sitting there. And when this guy does this, oh. He's out, I think. Inside heel hook. No? Yeah, inside. Oh, that's it. I mean, he left his leg out there for you.
The lower and vice versa. So oftentimes we do see that, maybe
Right
a look at
oh, no.
an armbar here. I can't really
No,
tell where.
Don't hug the head.
Oh, yeah, this could be a nice position for attack.
He gone, bro.
From Ignacio. He's
looked
got
like he threw his leg over his head before he even had control of the arm, which is really interesting.
Man, I told you, throwing the kitchen sink at things, right? Like I think has a very creative game. He maybe telegraphs things, or he sees things telegraphed before they're actually happening, before we can see it. So he might anticipate that arm coming through and throw the leg over the head before it actually does. Now, it's interesting, though, because Martins was coming in with that head.
Now this looks
oh,
tight.
Man, that's
Vinicius Ignacio gets the armbar submission. What a creative setup and finish from the Atos light featherweight. He takes gold.
See, that guy can fight Mikey. Marco Mendez.
The third double guard pull for, my apologies, not ruled a double guard pull.
Oh, wow, look at that big arm extension.
On an arm lock. That's going to do it. Marco Mendez. What a finish.
Oh, my gosh.
Gabby, man.
John
Watch out
switches
for
the leg
Gabrielle,
over
man.
To 50-50, and it looks like she was trying to keep a hold of that knee line, but Gabby was kind of sitting, backing out, and kind of pulled that knee down, or knee out, excuse me.
So they exchange sweeps.
She just sitting there. All right, she about to get.
Gabrielle still leading by the one advantage for the earlier
lock.
straight footlock attempt. And now she's on another one, gets the finish.
Gabrielle
Pisania takes double gold here at the 2025 Pan No-Gi Jiu-Jitsu Championships.
The only thing is she might get caught
with his Darce choke.
when she fights a really good leg
amazing
locker.
takedown abilities. Has been super, super impressive.
Let's see, I'm
I got a weird start to the match here, Danny.
Oh, it was
we
that.
had
It was the reverse toe hold.
early takedown attempt that turned into this funky little scramble. Marcelo was able to find his way to this reverse body triangle. It's not even a guard. And you can see he's trying really hard to attack Mahmoud's right foot, bring it over and switch his head around to the other side. And he is.
That's
wow,
gonna
and he
do
gets
it.
the finish.
Marcelo Fausto gets the submission victory over Mahmoud Jabber.
My homeboy Tony was saying that reverse toe hold is basically Alec is a Charleston White Jiu-Jitsu. Maybe I'm gonna be out there boxing too, make some real money. Yeah, I'll go make $20 million. I'll go fight some influencers. But my homeboy was saying that reverse toe hold is basically a heel hook essentially. She needs to improve her leg lock systems. Yeah. Now if she goes with somebody that knows what they're doing, like a Helena or somebody, they might catch her.
Oh, and now we see that outside passing there from Elder Cruz.
Elder combining the back.
Wow, combining the pressure with the speed.
Goes back to a seatbelt grip.
Yeah, you can see, I was saying earlier that this is what was happening on the. Oh, I think he's under the chin. I think he's on it.
That could be it.
I think this is going to be
Elder
it.
Cruz gets the submission. He's your super heavyweight champion here at the 2025 Pan No-Gi.
Man, that's in the past, man. Julian, this was a good attack, though. You gotta grab the elbow when you do that, man. Don't stay. Yeah, he messed up. CJI.
Switching between trying to put his hips to the mat and trying to put his shoulders to the mat. And typically, we see athletes take one route really strong there. They're trying to drive their shoulders up towards their opponent's shoulders and put their back flat on the mat, or they kind of sink down and they're looking to bring their hips to the floor. But Logan was interesting because he was kind of going back and forth between the two. Powell in on a heel hook here. Oh, he has it.
Tab. Paul Jaworski takes gold here at the Pan No-Gi in the medium heavyweight division.
Roberto
one of the things that's really cool about the Pan No-Gi tournament this year is I feel like we have some superstars that have like Nogi World titles and other titles that maybe haven't done Pan Nogi in the past that are now looking for their
Saw on a really deep
wait
Kimura.
a second. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and she rolls her over into the mount.
Oh, that's brutal.
Still on the Kimura grip.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow. That looks
straight
tight. Gets the
armbar.
submission. Sala Samola. That's a 2025 Pan Nogi gold.
Those are good matches, man. People like to talk crap on IBJJF, but those are some legit matches.
Medal to her collection.
I can't believe you let Roberto take your soul, man. The Cuban Missile Crisis was defeated by Ecuador. Hey, who would assume Cuba got defeated by Ecuador? The Cuban Missile Crisis was disarmed by Ecuador. Yesterday I had to learn the dark arts of leg locks. Ask Roberto, will you roll with me now? I mean, Roberto, I don't even know where Roberto is. I mean, Gabrielle's good. I mean, the guys are really good though. The girls are starting to develop now. But the guys are really good, man. Like some of the matches and transitions from the guys are just insane. Got a couple Reddit stories. Some of them might get me in trouble, but we'll see. It says judo gold medalist insists that judo athletes must train on a whole new level to compete compared to BJJ. Whatchamacallit? Owen Livesley said that. Says, yeah, one of them has dedicated national training programs where kids are tracked from elementary school all the way to college. The other one is run out of a strip mall. That's true. Someone says, is this supposed to be some kind of hot take from Owen Livesley? There's nothing he said that isn't true. At the highest level, BJJ athletes on vitamins do not compare to judo athletes without vitamins. I recall Rahadi Ferguson once saying he never been to a top-level BJJ training camp that comes anywhere near the intensity of any top-level judo training camps. People be dying in judo, though. You might actually die in judo. He ain't nomad. 1 minute he is a nomad. 1 minute he's in Houston, next minute he's in New York, and then he's in Las Vegas. I don't even know where he lives. He might be in Ecuador right now. Travis Stevens saying that BJJ is essentially just entertainment for him. Dude got a black belt from Danaher in record time as a hobby to pass time while he was too injured to train judo. Danaher used to give out those belts pretty fast because he gave Travis Stevens his black belt really quickly. He gave Eddie Cummings his black belt really quickly. The nature of judo is just much harder than BJJ. Says the level of competition is higher in judo. I do both as a hobbyist and love both, but the judo training in general is harder, and the people who compete are generally physically tougher than the ones from BJJ. They're saying there's more. It's crazy. There's more vitamin usage in judo in jiu-jitsu than judo, but judo's tougher. It says, man, they give out black belts in jiu-jitsu like Happy Meals, yeah. I mean, Moneybird got his black belt 3.5 years. I don't think that would fly in judo. It says with BJJ, the starting age is usually much higher, mid to late 20s, and the training and technique can be all over the place. You have BJJ athletes who never do any sort of strength training, can barely do a proper takedown, and eat like crap, so PEDs are an easy shortcut to fix holes in their nutrition and strength and conditioning routines. Physiques aren't everything. Just look at the type of bodies competing at high-level judo tournaments versus BJJ tournaments. A lot in the BJJ tournaments failed the eye test. Someone says, I'm 33 and feeling absolutely drained in my 30s with injuries. I've never entertained the idea. Okay. Travis Stevens said the exact same thing a couple years back. BJJ athletes don't take it seriously enough, and some guys meme their way to the top. I mean, it's true. Some guys are just influencers. High-level jiu-jitsu guys do train a lot, but they're also saying they're on vitamins. Says there's one rule set, so there's no excuses. Judo is tougher. Yes, true. Well, I guess so. I think because the nature of the sport is tougher. You're standing, and you have to take someone down. You're going to use more energy. Simple as that. Now the question is judo tougher than wrestling? I don't know. I can't tell you. It can be in certain cases. You definitely using more grip. I guess you got to compare judo to Greco then. Greco, you could say Greco's harder than judo. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's also a different sport, right? Dustin Miller says, I went to J-Rod seminar last week. It was awesome. He went over body lock passing, and it was pretty insane how he ran through everyone. Did you guys ask him about the AI? Did anybody ask him about what happened at B Team? That's the first thing I would have said. Yo, what happened to B Team? I'm assuming not. Wrestling is a very tough sport. I think they're equal. Again, it's standing. Yeah, that's true. But also, it's because wrestling is hard and judo is hard. That's why they don't attract the regular people. Regular people they see how hard you guys are working. He says, yes, judo is tougher than freestyle. They've done studies comparing strength between the two arts. What about Greco, though? Dustin says, dude, I thought about it, but he definitely was not comfortable going into it. He seemed very on guard the whole time. All right, well, I mean, you paid for that seminar. Well, at least he still got fanboys. I guess he got something. I'm sure there's worse people in the sport. Yeah, I'm not sure what's tougher, man. What's more dangerous? Is it wrestling or judo? I think judo is probably more dangerous. Concussions and stuff like that. Arm breaks. Judo is tough. I trained as a kid. BJJ is tough. It's hard. Catch wrestling is tougher. It says most judo classes are drop-in from my experience. So the mat is always open in the sense. If we are talking about free practice, that does depend on the instructor. Who cares about that? It says, I think judo can highly benefit from the standardization of open mats and massive randori focus in their more recreational focused gyms and a larger standardization of lighter sparring. You got to water down judo. Judo is dangerous. Yeah. Freestyle can text someone in 30 seconds. Well, you can throw someone in 1 second. Catch wrestling is a joke. Who's going to defend Eric Paulson over here? I'm not a catch wrestler. Says comparison is the killer of joy. This is the second time this week where I have seen judo being compared to BJJ, and 4 times total where just someone compares a different martial arts in general to BJJ unsolicited. It doesn't matter. They are different sports. BJJ doesn't need to be mentioned every 5 minutes when we are talking about something else. BJJ isn't the center of the universe. But that's how judo people be speaking. So why is it always being brought up so unsolicited? It pisses me off seeing it being plugged everywhere like a work. I don't give a care about jiu-jitsu. I love BJJ because my weakest link was stand up, which ended up being the most important part of winning my fights. And they wanted me to wait years to get good at standing using garbage techniques. So he sounds upset. To be honest, jiu-jitsu people don't think about wrestling or judo really. We in our own world on the ground. Most people they don't have time to think about wrestling or judo. They don't think about it. They don't want to do it. They might want to do it though. They're just not thinking about it. Catch wrestling is a myth. I've seen Bigfoot more times than a real catch wrestler. Well, you do have, Eric Paulson and what's the other guy? Josh Barnett. Some of the stuff is interesting. The Rotulos are kind of drinking that Kool-Aid over there. I think comparing these martial arts is idiotic. All martial arts are great and all have weaknesses and strengths. BJJ people get sensitive. When BJJ is compared to other grappling sports. But I'm saying regular people, though. Regular people don't really care. Now, maybe black belts and competitors might start to care. But in all honesty, the jiu-jitsu people have been working with the wrestling people. You've seen a lot of crossover. Not so much with judo. I think if Travis Stevens had been allowed to do what he was doing, there would be more crossover. But we don't have as much crossover with the judo people. I wish we did. We just don't. I blame USA Judo for that. If they let Travis Stevens do what he wanted to do, a lot of us would be training judo right now. All right. We got about 40, 50 more minutes. We talked about Bo and Melvin. I do got one controversial thing. I'll probably wait on that. Someone says, I guess we're talking about judo today. It says, someone says, I think I hate judo. Someone says, apologies in advance to all judokas here. I had my 2 trial sessions of judo in a local dojo not far from where I live. I'm in France. Obviously, judo is quite popular here. Teddy Riner, or Teddy Hine, however you want to say. And all of that, I say Reiner because I'm from America. I've been practicing capoeira for about a year, which I love, and I wanted to complement it with another martial art. Now, I'm not sure if judo is simply not for me, or maybe the dojo I went to isn't a good fit, but honestly, I didn't enjoy my experience at all. Apparently, most people there are competitors, and with upcoming competitions, the sensei was very focused on them. As a white belt beginner, we were just told to follow along. That's how it normally is. Keep in mind, I had never done judo before and don't know any technique. I weigh 70 kg, and I got paired with a partner well over 100 kg to practice throws. Of course, I couldn't move him, and when it was his turn, he just sent me flying again and again. I was lucky nothing broke, and I felt my skeleton smashing against the tatami, and it honestly scared me. I always thought judo started with learning how to fall, but it seemed like this club skips that part. Please be honest with me. Am I just being delusional? And maybe judo really isn't for me. I don't want to hurt myself. I'm 37. I can't afford to spend months injured and unable to practice any sport. Or is it that the dojo is bad and too competition oriented, or maybe a bit of both? Someone says go somewhere else. Not teaching break falls to sufficient proficiency and pairing you with someone much heavier to be fully thrown is irresponsible. Judo is not for you. I had a good experience when I went to Colton Browns. I had a good experience. They treated us really well, and they made sure somebody was watching us. So I really enjoyed that. I think for judo, you got to make it very palatable for people. Don't start with the competition aspect. Make sure they got the basics down, and just keep it easy, keep it simple. I think if more judo schools will run like that, they would be more popular. But what do I know? Says them Randoris are, yeah. How many times you got thrown? Maybe just once or so. They paired me with another jiu-jitsu person. I think he was a blue belt in judo, green belt, some belt. They were really nice. We didn't really do too much randori really. They had some crazy people though. They had some crazy people. If you want to go hard in a judo place, a dojo, they got crazy people for you to go with. Someone says, I train at a place that has mainly competitors and new guys don't have a good time. I struggle to keep pace at 30 plus years old, but at least I don't need to learn any more techniques. The hardcore clubs only have beginners classes for kids. They try to find a club that is more recreational to learn the basics, and you can still return to a 90% randori club when you feel ready. Josiah says, I got humbled numerous times as a kid, and it was humbling. That's unfortunate. Every judo dojo I visited always been a good experience. BJJ dojos have more ego. Maybe. All I want to do is open mat. Cuban Missile Crisis. He don't need technique. Just let him go. Open mat. Yeah, but new people don't know. They don't know what a competition school is. They just, there's judo right next door. Okay. People don't understand what competition is. They just, it's local. Okay. Says, you are in France. There will be another judo club 2 streets away. Find another club, because what you are describing is not normal. In my experience, doing judo in France is top tier. Make sure you go to a dojo that is approved by the Federation of French Judo, basically. So, France is different. They got more judo. I wish we had judo over here, man. He says, at this point, I've learned all I'm going to learn. All right. That's sad, LOS. Now, keep learning, bro. Cuban Missile Crisis says, I'm done learning. Yeah, it sounds like he went to the wrong gym, but I mean, he didn't know that. He's a beginner. I don't really care about that. We got a little bit of time. LOL Snap might get upset, but we got a story on Ali. Not the best story. Dustin says, where do you see the sport and social media aspects of BJJ going in the next 10 years? I feel like drama is such a big part of it, despite everyone always saying how tired they are. Well, it's funny because the people that follow the sport, a lot of people that follow the sport don't even train. You know, some of these people, they never trained before, and they just, I mean, look at Josiah. He followed the sport. He just started training up again. He said, LL Stats says, I'm a few more years and I'm off into the sunset. Yeah. He says, I'm trying to learn the Korean Seonagi, the footwork. Didn't they make that illegal? But yes, I'm not sure what the future of the sport is. I'm not sure. It might just be all influencers and no grapplers. Josiah says, mind you, I was there when jiu-jitsu athletes barely made money back in the 90s and when it was underground. Yeah, but you didn't start training until recently. Again, we need to gatekeep better. We're trying. My advice is go train. Go train. Jiu-jitsu is tainted and will never be a real sport. Yeah, I'm not sure. We got just a lot of crazy people in this sport and clown guys that are clout chasers. Yeah. They might be taking over the sport. Yeah, that might be just what happens, you know. I think you're going to have schools that don't roll. You're going to have schools that give out belts really quickly, even more quickly or faster. I think you're going to have more people on social media and less people competing. You're still going to have people competing, but you're going to have more people just on social media. We're kind of seeing that with like the OnlyFans girls. They just start training jiu-jitsu or they get into MMA spaces just to gain more followers, more subscribers. I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm watching it with you guys. LL Snap says, I've seen people get black belts that are undeserving and are getting tapped by white belts. Well, that sounds like Moneyberg actually. Yeah, I'm not defending that. But you know what? Those schools that do that, they got the most people. They got the most people. They got the most retention. They got the most. They got the most money. It says, and these are the Gracie gyms that are doing it. The Gracie sold out a long time ago. They sold out a long time ago. Says it seems like a parallel to the modern fitness influencer. The business model can't work forever. He says, my late aunt Patricia had me train jiu-jitsu in 98, 99. I don't count that because that was too long ago. He says the owner of Streamline wouldn't even be a black belt. He paid for Gracie's seminar and they gave him a black belt. What? Yeah, what did you work so hard for? Yeah. Says they need people like me to safeguard the sport. You live in St. Petersburg, Florida, and I know a local gym where people don't grapple until blue belt. But again, their retention is higher than everywhere else. Their retention is super high. So you know, most people that start the sport, they don't want to roll hard. They don't even want to sweat. They might want some self-defense, which I understand, but I think they still got to roll. But a lot of these schools, they don't do any of that. So they make the most money. They got the most students. And the real schools be the ones struggling. LL Snap says, my daughter is a white belt and she's rolling like a panda every. LL Snap. You know that girl going to be over 6 feet. How tall is your wife, LL Snap? That girl going to be at least 5'11". 5'10", 5'11". Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with the sport. I mean, you got some goofballs. Even the top athletes are some clowns. I mean, look at. I'm not gonna say any names. I was about to say some names, but that's what people want. Your wife's 5'8". All right, she's gonna be at least 5'10", 5'11". Then, hopefully, make sure you feed that girl. I mean, can the sport get any worse than it is now? Maybe it can. The doctor said she's gonna be 6 feet. Oh, dang! All right. She gonna need a basketball player then. 6 feet. She gonna need someone 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", 6'8". So yeah. I think we got one more story. I think maybe there might be some other stuff I'm missing, but it says WTF is going on with Ali. Just a reminder that Ali Abdelaziz, I can't say his last name. LO Snap told me not to talk anything about this, but I will. He says, no, I'm going to arrange a marriage. I need to skip all the divorce stuff. All right. LO Snap gonna. All right, you set that up, man. So just a reminder that Ali was arrested on 9/11 trying to board a plane from Cairo to NYC with multiple stolen passports and cannot leave the USA as a result. Oh, he's stuck in the USA? He then was forced to gather intelligence for security agencies. Oh, man. Everybody's compromised. Alec, you're playing with fire. I'm telling you. Let me cover. Well, I didn't post this. He's part of the Russian mafia. I'm just reading what they said. He part of some other mafia. My man is a secret agent over here. What are your thoughts on Draculino? He's legit, bro. That's Homo Bahal's coach. Do you share that opinion that on the side of Gracie Gyms? Well, I don't really consider Draculino or was it ZR team or Homolo. They don't really consider them Gracie Baja or Hodger or the Steamer brothers. I don't consider them Gracie Baja or Octavia Souza. They're not really Gracie Baja. They different. Says my professor Marcelo Azevedo just won his 7th gold world championship, but I keep hearing bad things about Gracie Baja. There are pockets of good gyms at Gracie Baja, but the majority are just, LL Snap says, leave that guy alone. What happened with Draculino? Nothing happened with Draculino. He started his own school association. He says, you're not a real jiu-jitsu guy until you get banned out of an organization like Gracie Baja or Alliance. That's true. Gracie LL Snap don't like Gracie Baja. Yeah, this guy, his history is pretty. I'm not gonna go too deep into that. He says Conor ain't a saint, but that doesn't mean he was wrong about Ali. I was hysterical watching Conor explain the story. What story were they talking about? Conor was calculated and did his research. It says the worst part is he's Justin and Henry's manager. Is he Henry Cejudo's manager? You got beaten out of Alliance and Gracie Baja. This guy used to kidnap people. Oh Jesus. Well, I'm not attacking them. I'm reading what they're saying. It says that's why Cejudo can't say nothing. It says why would you all have Ali as your manager as an American? Because the American part of their shtick is mostly in view because they lack a personality. Oh, you got banned. I thought you said you got beaten out of there. It's an easy way to get fans on board because most UFC fans respond to that sort of thing. It's not an actual thing to stand for them. Because as slimy as Ali is, he's still better than the average MMA manager. He actually gets results, and the fighters that he manages seem to like him quite a lot. He helped get Jessica Andrade a better contract. Previously, she had been fighting 3 or 4 times a year to try and pay for legal fees for her divorce. And since the new contract, she has fought far less. This guy is dodgy. All right. He tried to come around the Black Zillions and they ran him off. Oh. He used to kidnap. Oh, Jesus. Oh, wow. Man, yeah, this some crazy stuff. It says with Conor, a big part of why he's I guess Conor said something about him. What did Conor say? That's why Khabib and all the Dagestanis hate Conor the most. He exposed them for not being this good, humble Muslim saints that they seem to be. Everybody's compromised over there. These are dangerous men. Yeah, especially, the Dagestani people be hanging out with some, they be hanging out with some warlords and some tyrants. They for sure can't speak out. Wasn't Khabib in trouble in Russia? He had to like dip out of Russia or whatever. Yeah, I can't. Ooh, some of the stuff I don't want to talk about. Says the FBI suspected he was a double agent and still couldn't deport him. So why does the FBI really suck, or is it just a cover and he's just now a triple agent? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes we don't know. I mean, LL Snap probably knows. This man probably a part of a lot of different organizations. Let me back out of that, man. That's wild. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. I know LL Snap knows a lot more. He's on the FBI watch list in 2008. He probably still on there. I kind of want to see what did Conor say about Ali. Hopefully nobody attacks me because I'm looking up what they're doing. I'm learning stuff for you guys. Uh-oh, Russian. Get that out of there. Get that Russian out of here. If you hang out with warlords and terrorists, he's nothing to be. Can I play this without getting in trouble? Who's Noah? I'm out the loop. And Lil Snap said, don't go anymore. Conor was playing with fire. They compromise Conor too.
You should never take information from an informant. You should keep distance from the informant at all times. And that's putting it for the media. That's the friendly way of putting it. His manager is a fucking snitch, terrorist, rat. And that's it. I could go into heavy detail, and I will. And I will go into heavy detail. He was pulled off of a flight going from Cairo, Egypt, to New York City on September 11, 2001. He was caught with 5 passports in his possession. He turned informant and turned on the people that he was working with. He is I don't even know how that man is in this country. We're all facing, I'm sure everyone here, the Irish people, are facing all this immigration stuff on the way over. My own people are facing it, my family. It's getting stopped at the airport and this and that. And then you've got this man with such a crazy background, Ali Abdelaziz, and he's rocking around free. It begs belief, to be honest, but hey, don't ever take information from an informant, and that's what that man is doing. He's a rat bastard, and I'm going to get him on Saturday night.
Yeah, well,
I don't know. Let's see. I'd like to fight Ali. I'd like to fight that rat bastard. I'd like to fight him somewhere. What's he at? Mountain out of him, non-stop. I hear he's had a few fights. I may want to fight. I may want to spark Khabib and headline that Madison Square Garden card next. When is that? November what?
3rd.
November what? 3rd. So that's less than a month away from this one. I may want to do that one. That's what I'm thinking of, to be honest. So we'll see what happens.
Habib said Ali would choke you out. What do you think about that?
Lovely. Get the fight promo started. A snitch versus an Irish proper animal. So let's go.
Oh, dang. This happened kind of locally. I'll post it, Mike.
Right now, we are working to learn when Tyrese Gibson will appear in court after he was charged with animal cruelty.
That's right. It's a case that we've been following for some time now. It all stems from an incident in which his dogs were accused of killing another dog in a Buckhead neighborhood.
That's not too far.
11 Live's Joe Ripley joining us live. Joe, Tyrese, he made a brief appearance this morning. What did you see?
That's right, Faith. In fact, Fulton County officials say Tyrese turned himself in to Fulton County Jail around 6 o'clock this morning. He did post $20,000 bond, so he's no longer at the Fulton County Jail. Tonight, though, he is charged with misdemeanor animal cruelty. Take a look here at his mugshot from this morning. Warrants say the actor knowingly and intentionally caused physical pain, suffering, and death to an animal by allowing his 4 Cane Corso dogs to run around the neighborhood more than 5 times in the last 5 months. 2 weeks ago, police say the dogs killed a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel named Henry. Warrants state Henry had broken ribs and severe internal bleeding. Take a look now at Ring doorbell video obtained by 11 Alive this week. It shows the 4 Cane Corsos barking and growling in that neighborhood just minutes before Henry was attacked. We've learned the dogs will be relocated to a home in Middle Georgia, but Henry's owner says in all this, he's devastated over his loss.
He and I were just best friends. I raised him from a little puppy. I want justice for my dog. But more importantly, I just don't want this to happen again.
And tonight, Tyrese's attorney tells 11 Alive the actor does send his deepest condolences and that the actor is cooperating fully with police. Right now, we're still working to learn when Tyrese may make his appearance in court. For now, we are live here in Atlanta. Joe Ripley, 11 Alive News.
I think the dogs got out. You know, the dogs.
Cane Corsos barking and growling.
I mean, you know, Cane Corsos, you guys, let me pull that up. If you guys don't know what Cane Corso is, I mean, that thing, those probably were guard dogs or something. Yeah, I mean, if you don't know what a Cane Corso is, that thing could take LOL snap out. That dog could take you out. Yeah, that Cane Corso, that dog could take LOL snap out. And it was 2 of them. Yeah, it was 2 of them. Yeah, that dog can jump over the fence. Look at that dog looking at you over the fence. That dog can take LOL snap out. They treat dogs better than, yeah, that's true. Because they can, what's that called when you, I'm not saying they relate better to the dog, but they can imprint their emotions onto the dog. Yeah, they treat the dog better than you. The dog got inheritance. Some people shouldn't own anything, including animals. I mean, and you know, Cavaliers, they little and they probably was barking. Yeah, I mean, I think the issue is the dogs got loose, and you know, they gang up on that thing. I thought they said it was 3, maybe it was 3, 2 or 3. I mean, what does it matter? 2 or 3? Them 3 dogs could take you out. LOL snap. Two of those, maybe 1 of those could take you out. Now, if you get 2 of them on you, what you gonna do? Yeah, that Cane Corso. Look at that. Them thing. How much them things weigh? Uh, 100 pounds. 110 pounds. Now that's 200. Add another one. That's 300 pounds. Those 3 dogs could take a little snap out. They cost a lot of money too. How much they cost? $1,500 to $5,000. All right, yeah, that does cost a lot. That's crazy, man. Man, those motivation videos got me yesterday, bro. The motivation videos got me yesterday, bro. I forgot to update. Is that old? Can't play that. Man, we covered a lot today. It's been pretty chill. He says pray. What do you mean pray? Pray they don't get you? Oh no, Kayla's. She's got Ali as her Ali's her manager too. Man, the MMA game's pretty sketchy, bro. Dana White sketchy. The Fertitta brothers, they sketchy. TKO sketchy. Ali sketchy. All these people sketchy, bro. The whole industry. Ecological Josiah. Okay. Josiah, bro. Josiah's doing good today. Thank you, Josiah. I guess she's I don't know, man. We saw that. Ooh. Oh, that's what happened?
Look at this. Look at it. Deep. I mean, just to the body. That sucks so bad.
Aí, vou te falar que quebrou as duas costelas ali, né?
Look at this. Look at it. Deep. I mean, just to the body. That sucks so bad.
The grip fighting is in judo one of the most important things that's happening. Throw right away.
Oh, wow. And Shinya goes for the flying arm lock, and it's over just like that.
Wow, there we go again. The grip fighting is in judo one of the most important things that's happened. They're going to be looking for a throw right away.
Oh, wow. And Shinya goes for the flying arm lock.
That was Ali right there. Ali got a... I don't know. I was just hoping there was some honor among thieves. That was Shinya Aoki that he armbarred Ali. When was that? Looks like it was in UAE or something. I don't know. Some honor, some respect. I don't know. Some discipline, something. Says the origin of Ali's head deformation. Oh no. Oh, I guess was I don't know what they were doing. Everybody's going after Ali. I better leave him alone. Hickson Gracie challenge. Oh, that was Hickson Gracie challenge. My internet's going slow. Let me watch that one more time.
The grip fighting is in judo one of the most important things that's happened. They're going to be looking for a throw right away.
Oh, wow. And Shinya goes for the flying arm lock, and it's over just like that.
Lovato
Wow,
Jr.
there
got
we
bit
go
at that
again.
tournament.
The grip fighting is in judo.
What the heck? Yeah, where's all the honor and respect at?
His right hand hits the left hook. It just put him away. Wow. He is a one of one, ladies and gentlemen.
Nobody like this dude, man.
Nobody moves like him.
Yeah, that fight game real, man. I'm actually kind of happy LL Snap got out of there, man. Says fighters who caught UFC gold in their prime but unexpectedly fell off. Johnny Hendricks, he was 30 years old when he won UFC welterweight belt, looked like an absolute beast with an excellent wrestling base and tremendous knockout power. Went 2-6 in his remaining career and never looked like a serious contender again. Luke Rockhold was 31 when he won the UFC middleweight belt, looked like an absolute killer, went 1-4 in his remaining career with multiple brutal knockout losses. Says USADA took out a lot of champs. Lovato fought a judoka and the judoka beat him. All right, judo, where is that in Kano's? Where in the Kano system where's biting? Judo people, where's biting at in the codified move set? It says Johnny's drop off was spectacular, especially since GSP's team was adamant he was taking vitamins. It says the whole era was this Maguire Souza of MMA. I love Robbie, but obviously him too and a host of others. With both testing in place and GSP still gone, Matt Brown would have been champion. According to his interviews with Helwani, Hendricks refused to participate in WADA, whatever testing, WADA testing, because he thought they'd mess him over since GSP was their poster boy. Weidman went from undefeated to a massive decline post USADA. Yeah, remember before USADA, all them fighters? I might check that out. Yeah, remember before USADA, all them fighters. Remember Victor Belfort? Yeah, GSP. Well, they didn't have testing back then. Says totally killed the excitement of the sport for a while. Says nah, cheaters were ruining it. Look at GSP. He left because everyone was using PEDs. That's not why GSP left. It's not fair to the real fighters when cheaters use vitamins to get an edge. I don't really care if people cheat in other games. Think team sports because it's literally a game. In fighting, if you're cheating with PEDs, you have a chance of seriously injuring your opponent. Look at Mark Hunt. He sued the UFC after they let a juiced Brock Lesnar skirt the drug test, and then he got popped after the fight. Someone says, just because he was never caught doesn't mean GSP wasn't a juicy little, wasn't juicy too. Yeah, I mean, look at GSP. All of them guys. It says George HGH Gut and Boulder Dets and Boulder Delts, St. Pierre. Showtime Pettis, The Curse of Wheaties. Every time I see a Pettis highlight, it makes me think of how underrated he is, even considering being the first MMA Wheaties athlete. Moves up in weight and KO'd Wonderboy, KO'd Cowboy Cerrone with a body kick, subbed Oliveira, subbed Chiesa, won UFC gold with an armbar from close guard in middle of the octagon against Bendo wearing his brand new BJ Penn helmet shorts, guillotined Gilbert when he still had aura, and his early losses have aged well. Yeah, Pettis was good. Says, honestly, Ben Henderson fits the topic too. UFC champ and 19-2 going into the fight with Pettis, at which point he lost 3 in the UFC while winning 4. Had to jump over to the B leagues, where he lost his Bellator debut and en route to losing 3 of his first 4. Then they let him build up some steam, beating random guys. And when they gave him top competition again, he lost 4 of the 6 matches and retired. So it says, disagree. Benson was champ for nearly 2 years, defended the belt 3 times. That was pretty natural peak and decline. It says the IV ban ended Hendrick's title reign. He's a police officer now. It says, good to know the CTE doesn't bar you from being a cop. Who had a restaurant? It says, I've been kind of curious how much money he lost on the restaurant. Unlike most celebrities and athletes own spots that start off hot out of the gate and then decline once the owner and their famous friends stop coming around. Big Rig Steakhouse was a dump from day one. It only lasted a year, but you could lose a lot of money in the restaurant business in a short span of time. What is this? He had a restaurant? Johnny Hendricks had a restaurant? I hope that's not a UFC video, bro. Oh, I cannot play UFC. Big Rig Steakhouse. He did have a steak. He did have a restaurant. I can't play that. UFC, you can't play nothing UFC. UFC gonna get me copyright just from showing the images. But I didn't know he had a steakhouse. I guess it didn't go well. Anytime you trade flesh for cash, it's always going to end up sketchy. That's true. Got the kids eating. You know he's a police officer now. Look at you, got to take care of them kids. What about look up steakhouse? Anytime, yeah, that's sad, man. Where's the sound at?
Why won't you do it now?
Yeah. Why won't I do it? Because he's on VADA.
But why not? VADA was proven from a lot of guys in the UFC and in boxing world.
State Commission of Nevada said don't do VADA.
And you trust more an SEC with all the
heck yeah. Hey, are you going to trust your trust your opponent? Or would you rather trust?
Personally, I trust VADA because they've done it a long time. So.
Hey, you're Canadian, that's why. Okay. Hey,
WADA and VADA.
the anti-doping thing. Hold on.
I said let's do WADA. WADA is way tougher than VADA, like we talked about yesterday. I said WADA. WADA is so much tougher to pass, and they test for stuff. They test for stuff that VADA doesn't.
They test the same thing, the same product. So are you saying that
they don't?
Even
they don't. Check out my pictures. I'm fat. You know what I mean? But I love it. I love it. He picked the wrong guy to do a drug test. He hadn't done one.
Why won't you do it now?
Yeah. Why won't I do it? Because
none of them guys wanted that test.
Did you think Hendricks was on something?
It's like all mind games. Oh, you're on steroids. Oh, you're on this.
Fighting against performance-enhancing drug in the sport, and I felt like the UFC at the time did not add my back.
You want to talk about a doping thing? Really? You know what I mean?
The only thing I can say is I didn't want to attack one particular individual, and I wanted to change the system, because if you attack one individual, another one will come.
Right.
So in that particular case, it was Hendricks. I wanted to do it not to hurt the UFC. That was not my goal. I wanted to elevate the UFC, elevate the sport, because it's the outcome of a win or lose are very dramatic in our sport.
Did you think Hendricks was on something?
It's like all mind games. Oh, you're on.
GSP says, or Mushmaster says, Hendricks was robbed.
I'm a fight promoter, and we run a business, and he's the biggest fighter in the sport. You know, I should be woohoo! All right, these idiots gave it to George, but it's not fair. It's not right. It's not the way things work.
You know, 70% of my power was enough.
It wasn't enough because you left it in the hands of the judges. It wasn't enough. You better do 100% next time.
Yes. Thank you, Dana. Ouch.
I'm a fight promoter.
I mean, Dana ain't never fought a day in his life. I'd pay to see that though. We're going off the rails today. LL Snap says the IVs did you too, bro. I mean, 155. How are you making it 155? Why were you fighting at 155? Why didn't you do one a heavier weight class?
We talk about performance-enhancing drugs, Joe. People misunderstand. They say, "Oh yeah, but it still doesn't make the difference." Yes, it does make the difference in an athlete. And the reason is, in the 80s, it was giving you more power, more stamina, more endurance. Now, man, with the technology, they have stuff that will change your reaction time, your confidence, your reset time. And this is a huge application, man. If you play baseball or you're in fighting, you see the things coming. You have your reaction time. You're sharper in the brain. What makes a guy athletic, it's not his muscle. The reason why Usain Bolt he run faster, there's many reasons why, but one of the main reasons is because his brain, his nervous system is better. We talk about performance-enhancing drugs, Joe. People misunderstand. They say, "Oh yeah, but it still doesn't make the difference." Yes, it does make the difference in an athlete. And the reason is, in the 80s, it was giving you more power, more stamina, more endurance. Now, man.
Yeah, GSP, didn't you have more power and more stamina than everybody?
Fast forward, you're on the huge win streak. Why do you decide to retire then?
I felt like the UFC at the time did not add my back. And my goal...
Well, testing, you mean?
Yeah, the testing, yes.
So you're fighting guys on PEDs?
Oh, God, like, I can't say it's wrong for me to accuse someone because I don't have the evidence. But in the fight game, among fighters, we know who's who, you know? There's only a few guys that, you know, doctors that do certain things for certain people. So it's a small world. So I know who's who, you know.
Fast forward, you're on the huge win streak. Why do you decide to retire then?
I felt like the UFC at the time did not add my back. And my goal...
Well, testing, you mean?
Yeah, the testing, yes.
So you're fighting guys on PEDs?
Oh, God, like, I can't say...
He says GSP said the aliens abducted him. Let me see. Did he talk about aliens? Yeah, you know Joe Rogan loved aliens too. He knew testing was coming. Which is smart. I mean, he made his money. Can we play this without getting in trouble? Oh, we got a couple.
I wanted to ask you about the George St. Pierre stuff with UFOs.
I think it's head trauma. The way he was describing things is very similar to the way people describe things when they've experienced excessive head trauma.
Really?
Yeah, because he misses time. His memory's not good.
Right.
Like he'll get home and then he'll have groceries that he bought and left in his trunk and not even realize it. And then he'll go out to his trunk and they're rotten. And he's like, I don't even remember going to the store.
Wow.
The alien. I think he's got this idea that these glitches in his mind, it's not a fucking coincidence. I think it was more than 800 times.
Wow.
He got hit in the head in his UFC career. Forget about all the gym training.
Sparring, everything
forget
else,
about all
yeah.
the other stuff.
Right.
And forget about the fights outside the UFC that he had before he got into the UFC.
I wanted to ask you about the George St. Pierre stuff with UFOs.
I think it's head trauma. The way he was describing things is very similar to the way people describe things.
Yeah, that stuff's real, man. I mean, not the aliens, the head trauma.
Most people that we talk about aliens, they completely think you're crazy.
GSP thinks aliens exist. MMA fighters and conspiracy theories go hand in hand, and even a goat is guilty. In 2013, George St. Pierre claimed that he had contact with aliens. GSP, a 2-division champ with 9 title defenses, was scared of being abducted by aliens, and to prevent such a catastrophe from happening, he took action by putting a foam roller by his door. Joe Rogan responded to GSP's comments by saying that he was showing signs of brain damage.
But if I had to guess, the way he was describing things is very similar to the way people describe things when they've experienced excessive head trauma.
Most people that we talk about,
I don't want to hear. I want to hear him say that about. Let's try to play it. I don't know if we can. If the stream goes down, it goes down. Oh wait. Is that the original? 7 year. Okay, yeah, I guess that's the only one I can find. Bro, as chemical engineer, you know a protein shake is good for your recovery. I didn't take a protein shake as pre-workout, nothing. Now imagine if you did take something back then.
you cut me really off guard, because most people that we talk about aliens, they completely think you're crazy or you disregard. Right. It's like, oh, you gotta talk about, like, you know, they most people that attract with they so you feel like ridiculous.
Right.
Then after I found out, you read a lot about that stuff, like the Sumerian text, the creation tablet, Zechariahization, and all that stuff. And I do too. I mean, I don't know if there is alien. Like I think there would be life form. I don't know if it's intelligence. We don't have evidence for it.
Right.
And I think our ego as human being want us to believe that the alien came and interact with us.
Yes.
That's our ego. But if they're that far in advance from us and they come from a different world, maybe they don't want to interact because we have nothing to offer them. They're not going to kidnap a farmer and ask him what kind of suspension he's wearing. You know what I mean? Like they think, you know what I mean? It's
But think about what you just said about paleontology. I mean, we're paying attention to stupid fucking lizards that lived 65 million years ago.
It's true.
I mean, don't you think they would be curious? This weird monkey with nuclear weapons?
Yeah, but we don't communicate with it. We don't interact. Right. We observe. There's ways that it can learn from us without communicating. I don't know. I mean, it's. Right, I think it's our ego that makes. Get out of there. We want to feel.
I don't think you should engage people when they are, talk. I'm not saying maybe you believe in aliens or whatever, but if you think someone's like, not really present, I don't think you should feed into that delusion. It says might be, but my mom handled my nutrition and she was against all things that wasn't that. Mama Snapped was keeping her son healthy. I know you was eating some plantain. Did I spell that right? I can't find it. I want to play the other video, but I can't find it. Actually, that's not what I wanted to find. I guess he's been on social media. But this is him now. What happened? What the heck happened? What the heck just happened? Mangoes, papayas. Are you guys still there? I think I got left off. What just happened? Let me see if we're still here, man. I think it knocked me off. I'm still there. I'm still there. Oh yeah. Okay. It said it went off. 2 cartons of blueberries and 3 kiwi. Man, my man was living good. He had a Cuban diet, bro. What was Romero's diet? What was Yo Romero eating? I need to eat that. Mangoes, papayas, dried fruit, steak, and rice. I need to get on that too, man. Did you have any cheat meals? You're just healthy. Nope, no Chick-fil-A. Yeah, cheat meal. Okay. Says imagine someone trying to fight him because they think he's just a regular cop. He does look regular. I mean, he does look like a regular cop, but you don't want to fight that guy. What did Johnny Hendricks? I think we looked this up before. UFC earnings, yeah. We got about a couple minutes. Man, they weren't making no money back in those days. No cheat meals. This is right. I'm Colombian, so we probably have similar diets. I need to get on that diet too, but hey, I like to eat whatever. I eat pretty healthy, but if I want a cookie, I'm gonna eat a cookie. Johnny Hendricks disclosed UFC career earnings total over $1 million. He received $50,000 payout for his title fight against George St. Pierre. Is that true? That can't be true. $50,000 payout for a title fight? Nah, man, that can't be right. That can't be right. That can't be right. It says he pays 50% of earnings to management. Who was his manager? Please leave Johnny alone. He's a friend of mine, please. I'm not attacking him. I'm not attacking Johnny. LL Snap gonna have him arrest me. I'm upset he didn't get more money. Dustin says your breakdown on Adele's overhook attack system has helped me a ton. Cool. Thank you for the video. The overhook series has been my main game for a while now. What are some other resources for overhook? I think that's the best one I got. I don't know. I don't know. Overhook. Overhook. I don't know. I don't think anybody really plays overhook like she does. She unique in that. It says Hendrick pays 50% of earnings to management. Who's his manager? You said that's right, LOL Snap. It says most managers take a fee for their services. Some 10, some 20, but now UFC champion Johnny Hendricks has a unique arrangement with his management team. He only took home $50K. I'm gonna look for it, but that's what I'm reading. He must have made more. It said that I'm not sure if it was disclosed. His manager Suge Knight or Debo. You got Debo for your manager. Let's see. Team Takedown. Where is Team Takedown at? Team Takedown has a simple, if not ambitious, concept when it launched in March 2007. Fund and manage an aspiring fighter's journey from day one all the way up to UFC title with a 50-50 split in profits. That doesn't make any sense. Oklahoma, that's where they are. Our thought process was to take advantage of all of the fighters. We're going to take advantage of all the fighters. Our thought process was we could take a high-level wrestler and give them a place to live, a car allowance, health and dental insurance, a weekly paycheck so they could change. That ain't worth 50%. And then they'd have a really good shot of getting to the top, said Team Takedown founder Ted Earnhardt. Ted started the management company with his brother Doug and close friend and business partner Tim McBride. The trio have funded the venture for 7 years with revenues from a fire sprinkler company they own together. In addition to living expenses, Team Takedown also foots for the smaller things like flying trainers and relatives to fight events. That ain't worth 50%. The company also owns the Velocity Fitness Gym in Pantego, Texas. I messed that up. Providing a home base for the Team Takedown fighters. Altogether, Earnhardt estimates that funding each fighter and his family cost the company $100,000 a year. That ain't worth 50%. Thus far, Team Takedown's 7-year investment has been upwards of $4 million. Oh wow. How many fighters did they have? Earnhardt said the company breaks even with an individual fighter when the yearly intake from purses, sponsorship, and other revenues reaches $200,000. And probably most appealing to the fighter is that he doesn't have to retroactively pay back what Team Takedown invested before it started hitting that profit mark. So the deal seems okay when you first starting fighting, but in the back end, you're gonna get screwed. They pay for your cost of living, your training, all your expenses. They give you a car. They literally take care of everything, including your food. That seems awesome starting out, but on the back end, you get screwed. I think. I could be wrong. LOL Snap, he's been in that world. Yeah, I don't know, man. I probably wouldn't take that. Well, I think if you're gonna invest in yourself. Now say Johnny Hendricks was as big as like Conor McGregor or someone like that. That just wouldn't work. That's just, his peak was so short. I don't know if it was worth it. And that's 50% of everything you made. Everything you made, 50%. I don't know, man. I would have to sit down with the Excel spreadsheet. Says no, the way it works is you sign on every year. So year one, if you make 1 million, you might get screwed. But if you got to think of it that way, they have lawyers and everything behind you. Okay. Again, it makes sense if you're just trying it out. You don't really know if you're gonna do this or be good at it. But okay, if you can do a one-off deal, 1 year deal, maybe. But I think if you're investing in yourself, you better off working the side job, bartending, Uber Eats, something. You better off doing that, and then, I think differently than most people though. Yeah. Well, I mean, clearly it didn't work because he had to go become a police officer unless he wanted to do that for fun. I mean, there's easier jobs you can do. I mean, GSP made $400,000. They were not getting paid that much back in those days. GSP made $400,000 with no bonus win, and Johnny Hendricks made $50,000. These fighters were getting screwed back in the day, bro. Can he sue the UFC and get some more money? Fighters back then used to be homeless. They still homeless. They They still homeless. I just don't know if the fight game's really worth it, to be honest. Maybe if you really love fighting or that's just what you're really good at, but I mean, look at these prices, these purses. They look the same. How many years ago was that? 2013. It's over 12 years ago. The fight purses look the same to me. 50,000, 250, 100, 166, 50. It's the same. It's the same as what was the last UFC? What was it 302? 320? 321? That wasn't 320. What was the last UFC? It was 320. Was it UFC 320? What was the last UFC? Oh, it was 320. Yeah, well, it's not. It says Johnny is on a lawsuit. Everyone from 2005 and up. Okay, thank God. And you know what? The thing is, how much money? Say they owe him $5 million. Anderson Silva got $10 million. Say they owe him $5 million. He been working. They owed him that money for how long? What he could have. That money. Same thing with you. They owed you that money for that long. They do that on purpose because you guys settled for less. And of course, Pereira going to make some money. Mayrab going to make some money. Everybody else, 50,000. It's going to look the same. Where's the purse at, bro? Let me look at this, and that might be it for today. Alex Pereira earned between $3 and $3.5 million. Okay, plus 50,000 PO. Fight of the night. What does POTN stand for? Performance of the night. 50K performance of the night. All right, he made 3.5. All right, now he made some okay money. That still ain't what the boxers get. Canelo made $100 million and he lost. It says fighting is not worth it, especially if you have to fight at an old age like Vanderlei to make some. Yeah, Vanderlei should not be out there. How much did Vanderlei make? I might look that up too. Ankalev was projected to make around $3 million. Okay, some of the fighters make a little bit more money. Mayrab made $2 million. Cody made $300,000. Okay, that's kind of what GSP was making 10 years ago. Wait. Sanhagen's projected purse was likely remained in a similar range, 250 to 320. Okay, that's not too far from what the fighters were making 10 years ago. Jerry, he made $780 against Pereira in one bout and $704 against Alexander. And his first fight with Pereira, he earned 1.3. Okay. UFC 320 awarded $50,000 performance bonus. Who cares about a $50,000 performance bonus? That's kind of a slap in the face. Here's a $50,000. Who cares about 50,000? I mean, I would take the 50,000, but I mean, if you're fighting at the highest level, what is that? That money going straight to taxes. And how come? Yeah, I just. Says the event generated $9 million in gate revenue from ticket sales. Where did the other fighters get? That's what I want to know. Undercard. Did they disclose that? They should have gave us retroactive pay. Yeah, I mean, I'm upset for you guys. I'm upset for you. Let me look this up real fast, and I got a dip. Yeah, 50K, man. to get your head beat in? Thanks. Okay, Pereira 3.5. Magomed 2.2 mil. Merab 1.5. Corey 930. Okay, he made a good payday. Jerry 515. Khalil 465. Josh Emmett 316. Yanni Santos 30. Okay, they're making some money. Making a little bit more money. Edmund 275. Yusuf 261. Chris 211. Veronica 211. All right. Oh, they making Patchy 161. Okay, they making a lot more money than the other fighters were. Andre 111. Fareed 85. Abbas Magomedov 65. Daniel Santos 65. Now these are the middle class fighters, right? Actually, everybody under 300K is kind of middle class. Middle class right here. You middle class, everybody. Middle class to poor. 275. Yeah, everybody below the 316 poor. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 7, 8 people made some good money. Everybody else middle class. 65. You just regular. It's 52, 45, 30. All right, you getting poor. 28, 24, 16. You poor. What's the taxes on all that? And you get 50% to your manager. 50% to your management. All right. 50%. I made $60,000. 50% to my 50% to my manager. Okay, I got $8K. All right, $8,000. All right. He says if they can have their own sponsorship, the sports would change and opinions on fighter pay would be a lot different. UFC never going to give you that. Because then you're going to make some real money. Let's see. Vanderlei. This last thing. Oh, wow. Vanderlei made some money. Okay, Vanderlei made some money. Here's Bloody Elbow. Let me go back. Okay, Vanderlei. Now he might have spent all that money. Now, if you made a lot of money and you wasted that money, I can't help you about that. Vanderlei says Vanderlei Silva's first fight payout varied significantly by event, with reports of him making $200,000 for his Bellator 206 bout versus Quentin Rampage Jackson in 2018, $150 for his UFC 84 fight in 2008, and a total of $9.7 million over his entire UFC career, which was disclosed by UFC president Dana White. He also earned $200,000 base pay at UFC 132 in 2011. So he made some money. Vanderlei made some money. How much did he make in Pride? He made 9.7. He made 9.7 from UFC. UFC probably still owe him money too. Let's see, Pride. How much did he make in Pride? Yeah, how much did he make in Pride? Oh, here's it. He wasn't making that much in Pride, I don't think. It says Pride fighter salaries for the second coming. This is what year? 2007. Vanderlei made $150,000 versus Dan Henderson. Okay, we don't know what that means. Well, but listen, $150,000 in 2007. Let's see. You gotta take the cost of Okay, that's approximately $230,000 today. Wow. Okay. Yeah. All right, man. I don't know what to say, man. I don't think the fight game's really worth it. Unless you're really good, you have the potential to be really good. You need to stay out that fight game, man. It gonna chew you out, man. Look at my man Cody Steele. He got 50K. Let me pull up a picture of Cody Steele for you guys. He got a 50K performance bonus, but look at the damage he took. Cody Steele sounds like a entertainment name. I don't think they have his fight. Yeah, you're not gonna have me looking like that for 50K. Yeah, you're not gonna have me looking like that for 50K. Have my nose all bloody for $50,000. I'm good. Jay Duvall says even if he made millions of dollars, Vanderlei's wife said he has a lot of memory, lost of memory. Sometimes he forgets where he's at. He lost his millions. He lost his. Where did I put that $1 million at? GSP, like the aliens got my $1 million. You can spend, $9 million. I'm not sure how, you can spend $9 million easy. Go to Vegas. What's $9 million over 30 years? How old is Vanderlei? He made that money in 2000. What year was that? Get out of here, Cody Steele. When did Vanderlei make that money? What year was that? When did he stop fighting in $9 million for lifetime? Yeah. $9 million for lifetime disability. What was 11 years ago? Look how fat Dana White was. 2014? Okay. How old is Vanderlei? Come on, computer. He gotta be in his 50s. He is 49. He's not even 50 years old. He's not even 50 years old. How old was he? What did I say? 12 years ago? 11 years ago? He was 38. But even 9 million. Yeah, we'll see. All right. Okay, so 10. Let's see. $9 million over 30 years is $300,000 a year. Okay, that's not terrible. What's Vanderlei? Say Vanderlei is around for another 20 years. We don't know if he's gonna be around for 20 years. Okay, $300,000. You living okay. He got brain damage. He gonna need some significant care. For the rest of his life. He just got knocked out. Yeah, that $9 million. I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe it's worth it to some people. If he's in Brazil, maybe. Vanderlei was in the UFC during 2 different eras. I'm curious of the difference in pricing or what, or just overall the difference. I'm just saying, man. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm saying. These fighters, the fight game ain't worth it, man. And I see the Tackets. They can't wait to get to the UFC. They can't wait to get to the UFC. I can't find it. Yeah, they can't wait to get in the UFC. Oh yeah, I can't play any of this stuff. Yeah, I can't find it. He had a good match though. Anyway, they can't wait to get to UFC, but I'm just looking at the, I'm watching people get screwed, and I'm thinking, man, you guys gonna get screwed too. All right, everybody, that's it for today. We did cover a lot today. We covered the Karate Kid, aka Mikey Musumeci, with his karate crane kick. We covered Jonathan Yang, the new up and comer from USA Judo. We covered some other stuff. LeBron, he not retired. Tyrese, his dog's got him in trouble. And that's it, guys. We should be back on tomorrow with some more stories, more information, more education, more drama. We cover a lot on this show. I just don't want to pigeonhole myself in one topic too much. But that's it. Josiah did a good job. Mushmaster didn't have to bring out the wrench, so we did good. LOL Snap didn't say nothing too crazy. So, yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the live stream. We are still trying to grow the channel. Better Me, what's up, man? And that's it, man. We take it day by day, man. Day by day. So if you want to help grow the channel, let people know about the live stream. That's all you got to do. Now, don't tell them about LOL Snap or Josiah or anybody like that. Don't scare them. Don't scare them away. Don't scare them away. That's it, everybody. We're going to get out of here. And I'll see you guys next time, God willing, tomorrow. And remember, today's Handsome Tuesday, so try your best to be looking handsome if you can. Fix your hair up. Brush your teeth. Take a bath. Do what you need to do, man. Clip them toenails. Yeah, make sure, Josiah, make sure you clip your toenails and fingernails, man. I don't want to hear nothing from your jiu-jitsu coaches. I got my contacts everywhere. I got LOL Snap. He thought I couldn't reach him. I got him too. Had him teaching the kids classes. He thought I couldn't get to him. I got the codes to the Cuban Missile Crisis, man. I got the codes. The access codes. All right, everybody. Thank you. We should be back tomorrow, God willing. I can't control that, but otherwise, I'm enjoying everybody. We did good today. I didn't have to put nobody in timeout. Yesterday, go watch yesterday's stream, everybody. I was livid yesterday. I was livid. All right, that's it, everybody. I'm gonna get out of here. Everybody, enjoy yourselves. Be safe. Take care of your health. LOL Snap he said eat some fruits and vegetables. That's what he said to do. And that's it, everybody. See ya. Peace. Remember, we're on Twitch too, everybody. We're on